Yes. Yes. Yes, exactly. Guys, the smallest sweep of said liquidity can do it. Just like how he said. So what that means is that like in other words, once they take out a liquidity target and they sweep it even to a tick or two or three ticks below or above it, like as in like they sweep it two or three ticks sweep even, that is the first zone where the market can begin to hurt you at by bouncing back in whichever direction that it was going. So you need to be on alert. So when that happens, you need to either be fully out or you need to be like 90% of the way out of a liquidity sweep. Guys, if you're trading internals, you need to be out on an internal liquidity sweep. If you're trading externals, then you need to be out on a major, or taking 90% off on a major internal liquidity sweep. Or because going from external to external is extremely hard. Like you only gonna catch like one of those like one or two of those trades solidly like a month, best case scenario, and it's gonna destroy your psychology in the pursuit of you trying to do that because you're gonna be wrong so many times. You're not gonna know which one is gonna be the right one because you're not gonna trust yourself when your confidence is gonna be weaning. Like for example, I'm on a 15-minute time frame. Another example, I'm on a 15-minute time frame, and because they did not take this out, there's a reason why they're going lower again. They are trying to go to this level into this zone from the pre-market trading plan. Do you understand that? There's no scenario where I am seriously considering shorts. You need to read that pre-market trading plan. They're still trying to come over to this level. I'm going to put this alert right over here at this zone. This is the zone where I think these people are seriously trying to go to. You need to be on hyper alert. As a matter of fact, this environment is so insane. I'm going to start it on 3 micros, even on my cash account. That's how insane this environment is. You need to be on alert. I am still going to wait another 5 to 10 minutes while I get set up. I gotta stop talking so I can finish getting set up. So I'm gonna go on mute. If anybody wants to talk, if anybody in here wants to talk, anybody like Chris Murdoch or anybody seeing me, anybody, I don't care. AC, whoever. Like I don't care. Lice MVP, whoever. Colt, doesn't matter. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, it's dangerous. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Correct. Correct. So, guys, so one thing that we all need to be one of the things that you need to be internalizing from what he is saying as well is the guys the most important thing is you need to be watching these 15-minute busy. Yeah. Correct. 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 Yeah. So one of the things, guys, is this: is you need to be. Hold on. You need to be paying attention to these 15-minute sibbies. You see how we shut up over here and we tapped the consequent coach readers and we dumped? You need to be paying and you see how we came into here? Guys, every single time that we have touched this 15-minute bissy here, we have bounced. Look, every single time. So like if your strategy calls for you to short this shit for whatever reason that you saw, because you closed under support or whatever it was, I don't know. I don't know what brought you to terms to this point. I don't know. You what you don't need to be doing is entering into a position in a 15-minute busy. Like entering into a short in a 15-minute busy. Like because we're bouncing from the zone. What you don't need to be doing is when we're shooting back up an intraday sell side. You don't need and multi-day sell side. You don't need to be long in 15-minute sibbies. I don't know and I don't care what else it is that you do. You need to mark this out on your chart. Guys, I don't give a shit what you do because that's not my job. But my job is to show you so many different things on what not to do, and then like you'll see what I am doing, and then you can start to formulate ideas within yourself, like within your own brain, and you need to use your imagination. So you need to listen to what Murdoch is saying because look at us. Just look at this bounce from this 15-minute Bissy again. Look, this market bounced 200 ticks from 300, 200, 250 ticks from this 15-minute Bissy again. This 15-minute Bissy is holding this entire market up right now. That's what Murdoch is talking about right now. That's why he's saying it. Because he seriously wants y'all to succeed, man. Bro does not want y'all to lose, bro. I'm being dead serious. Like dead serious. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. So your eyes was bleeding. So your damn eyes was bleeding. So your damn eyes. Absolutely. Remember, remember what I said about that zone, guys. How the pre-market trading plan, they're trying to go there, guys. They didn't sweep that on purpose. They're trying to target that alert from the pre-market trading plan that I sent out to you. Now, you need to not be, huh? Right, right, exactly. Correct. Guys, they're trying to come here. They're trying to come into the zone from this pre-market trading plan. That's right as the first spot. So Murdoch is correct. They're trying to come here. It's clear as day where they're trying to go. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Uh, They want to dump this. The last thing you should be doing is trying to long this. They just swept that zone from the pre-market trading plan, but I don't think they're gonna stop until they at least come back down into this 15-minute BISI on the ES. So whatever that means on the ES, I'm unsure. I don't think the ES is going to seriously consider reversing until ES at least taps into this 15-minute BISI that I'm looking at. But again, guys, I'm just guys, you guys take what I'm saying with somewhat with a grain of salt, guys, because I'm still going from chart to chart and I'm getting acclimated to my environment still. Everyone needs to get acclimated to their environment by going from chart to chart to then look at major points of interest. Okay? So that's what we got to go. Damn, they closed up here at the HOD yesterday. I didn't realize that. Good trade. Good job. Yeah, I think that you honestly should. You being up 650 ticks in this environment is uh is uh is definitely enough. Right, exactly. Mm. Bro, not paying attention to no base hit. They might take this to 580. They took out this level. What's next is here. Mm, mm. They're running this LR in full. Yes. Don't catch this falling knife. We did not catch this falling knife. Where did it be on alert? Okay. Did ES sweep this yet? No. I'm putting an alert right here. You need to be on alert for the zone. They're clearly trying to headhunt this. Do not long this. I don't give a damn if they bounce. Why would they not sweep this? It's the same exact thing that I told you earlier. You need to be thinking, why did they not do that? As in, like, it's the same thing I told you from the pre-market trading plan. Why did they not sweep it here and they left it behind by a few ticks? This bounce right here was fake. They're going to do what they're going to do regardless. Once you understand that, and once you understand that there's no fighting this, that there's nothing that you can do to change that, you are then going to understand the reason why I don't care about politics. You are then going to understand like why I don't dislike Trump and why I just don't like him, and why I'm indifferent to all of these different things. Because in the grand scheme of things, what you're trying to crash your head over the waves, and what you're crashing and banging your head against the rocks for is completely and utterly meaningless. You need to be focusing on things that matters, as in like trying to align with what these people are doing, like right here. If it does not align with this, as in like improving your life or doing X, Y, and Z, then it does not matter. You're not going to change anything. They're going to come to these zones whether you like it or not. This market has taught me so much about life. I'm being so serious. Like, look at this. Like, you can clearly see what they're doing. Look, there's nothing that's going to stop this market from coming here. I don't give a damn if 100 million people with $100 million press buy is going to eat it up. And it's going to flash bang through the floor in the liquidation sweep. I don't care what they're doing. And I don't care how high they bounce. They're going to come back to the zone. And there's nothing that you can do to stop this. I don't care how much. Like I went to the aquarium like 2 or 3 weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, however, for a month ago, however long ago it was. And there's people out there with picket signs protesting about Venezuela. I don't care what you're doing. Oh, no, I'm sorry, they were talking about the Epstein files. I don't care what you got going on. How much you stand out there is not going to change what Trump is going to do or what he's not going to do. It's not going to change anything. Him and his buddies are going to do whatever they want to do. And it's the same thing with Biden. He's going to make up his mind and do whatever he wants to do. So I'm going to delete this alert, but this is another learning lesson. They just swept that. You need to be on alert now because they just swept that. Timestamp, 10:05. About time for maybe like guys, listen, you need to be looking for a climax too. Don't just think this market's immediately getting ready to revert. Like they have to do like a climax. Like either they flash bang this to this floor and scare the fuck out of people, or they stop this on a dime and they liquidation squeeze it to the moon and leave like a V-shaped jet pattern. That's the only way that this market is going to seriously consider reversing. They're flash banging it right now through the floor. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep going. There's nothing that you can do to stop this. I'm trying to tell you. They're bleeding it out. Look at that. Damn. Hold on, let me run a test limit order real quick. Make sure this is working. I gotta run a test limit order. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. Hmm. Last time I played that, I don't know when. Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as this right is somewhat of a this right is some this is somewhat reminiscent of like a potential liquidation climax. But however, they are so close to this zone right over here. I'm thinking, why would they not come here next? Like my brain is literally thinking, why would they not come here? But they can still reverse this from here though, because we are at the bottom of a 15-minute busy. But I'm thinking in my brain, why would they not just come here? That's what my brain is thinking right now. So they're gonna have to prove that to me. Oh shoot, this is dangerous. They're about to flash bend through this floor. Stop. Stop. They just tapped 580 just now. There's a lot of people probably trying to buy right over here, just thinking that 580 is getting ready to hold. So they're gonna shake them out and flash bang this through this floor. Do not long this. I just seen 580 round whole number. Now, listen, they might make these people believe there's a chance. There's a chance that they stop this right now and come up into this zone, but then they're still going to do this. If they bounce this from this zone right here, this is the most bearish thing that they can do. If they flash bang this right now and take this shit to 578 on the Qs, which would I don't know where this lines up at on SPY at this point in time, because this is just randomness, and I don't know where that lines up over here on the SPX. But if they flash bang this shit right now through this floor, that is the first sign that they might even consider bouncing this market on a serious note. You need them to flash bang this through this floor and take out the zone with this arrow here. If they don't do this, then I am going to assume that they're getting ready to attack again. Why? Because 580 is holding up. You see you see they're making these people believe this right now. They're making them believe. Because there's a lot of people going, well, the market must hold up around whole numbers. There must be other buyers here. They need to cause these people despair. They need to blow their accounts, as in fill orders. How you fill the most amount of orders is not bouncing this on a serious note from 580 and just never reattacking 580. I'm getting ready to explain to you the guys, the psychological factor is just as important as the technical analysis. So you need to be paying attention. They bounce this from this zone and then they make people believe and they make people chase this up here at this top. And they make you buy 580 and make you believe 580 is solid. And then they reattack lower and then sweep where they just came from. That's what fills a shitload of orders. What also fills just about as many orders is them stopping it right now and then flash banging it directly through this floor and coming in like 578. And then just immediately just randomly reversing this market. And then reversing it in a manner to where the people that were scared don't get the chance to participate, so they end up buying up here at the top and then they reattack again. I'm trying to tell you that's what they're doing. Another reason why I don't believe them is because look at what they're leaving behind in their wake. Are you paying attention to what they're doing? Look. Close at 28, and then the low of this is 34. This isn't anything insane, but it's still a 6-point volume balance nevertheless, and it's a wickless candle at that. Crossing down. There's a 6-point volume balance right over here. I'm not too sure I'm believing this in regards to how they're going about doing this. Close at 34, and the high of this is 30. There's a 4-point volume balance up here above here that they might want to reach for, crossing up. They've left a lot of volume balances up here in their wake. Let's try and look at SPX. Let's just try and look for any, oh shoot. Look at that. Look at that. They're going to reattack. Look at this. You need not be short inside this hole because this market just sold off, but they're going to reattack this. I'm trying to tell you, they're about to reattack this. Look at this volume balance. Look at the size of this volume balance over on the SPX. Look at that. Look at the size of that monster. That is 60. See? You see this? Did you see that? Did you see how they reattacked it? This is telling me that they're not seriously trying to go higher. I know what not to do. I'm not going to buy this shit. I'm going to wait for these shits to be resolved. You see, they're trying to reach for it. They're trying to attack it. They're trying to bounce right now, but however, they want to attack this. They came close. They failed one of them. They left another one over here in their wake. I still don't believe this. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't believe this. In any event, we're bouncing out of this 15-minute BISI. Guys, we're bouncing out of, guys, because we're tapping into a 5 and a 15-minute BISI cluster after we had just ran the liquidity. So Discord, everybody needs to be on alert right now. Why? Why? What's to be on alert for? Someone might ask. I'm new here. I'm just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. What do I need to be on alert for? You tell me, huh? This is what's going on. I sent this out last night at 9:57. Market is seeking sell side out of this multi-day sell side delivery model. 24 120 NQ is on the table first. I sent no buy side targets. This is why you need to be reading this if you're new. You will know what not to do while you're in it, which is the most important thing. Everybody's trying to talk about how to make money. You need to be knowing what not to do. They've completed step one from what I'm thinking in my brain. If you are trying to go contrary to what I'm saying inside here, may God help you. I'm just saying, if 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 you're making money off this and you got a specific strategy, great. But otherwise, you need to be paying attention to this shit. No intraday news drivers tomorrow, so expect time distortion to run rampant. This was before Trump said what he said. Base hits required tomorrow. Target of internals with clear draws and liquidity. 5-minute LR on SPX down to 6546 sell side is something to be aware of. Same pattern down through 6505 on SPX. They can run them separately and on different sessions, but when they do, you need to not do anything contrary. They're running this LR. Okay? Let's look at the 5-minute LR pattern over here on this SPX. They just ran this. They ran the first one here. This first shit, they just ran it. They just ran that. That's why they're bouncing it from the zone now. This is the next one down in the here, and they can run it on separate sessions. They did everything that I was looking for. So what you need to not be doing at this point in time is seriously building into shorts. They just completed a major objective. Stop goofing around with these people whenever they do so. You need to be reading that pre-market trading plan. So help me God. That's what you need to be doing. I don't care what you're doing. Guys, they just completed a major objective just now. The only reason why I'm not considering long on this right now is because of this here. So to me, what not to do is far more important than knowing what to do. That's far more important, just so you know, to me. So I'm not gonna long this ahead of this object, like ahead of this here. Like they need to flash running through the floor and scare the fuck out of people before like I align with anybody that's trying to buy 580 right now on the Qs. That's what they need to do. Otherwise, I'm not gonna believe this bounce. Like they're gonna have to display something mean from this zone. Like not just one green candle and then go sideways for 5 minutes. Because we dump and we just displaced from the zone. We've been going sideways since 10:10. The timestamp is 10:15. So I'm on hyper alert right now. I don't want to buy this. I don't trust them. And especially ahead of this right over here. What would hurt a lot of people is them flash banging us through this floor right over here and attacking and then bouncing it from this 15-minute biscuit. That's what I'm thinking in my brain. They're gonna have to prove this to me. I'm waiting. They just filled this volume balance up here to the up here above. It was a 4-point volume balance they just filled. Look at the Lulu dump. Thanks for what the hell on that. Microsoft is at 368. They're gonna take the Microsoft to like 340, 330. Microsoft down 1%. Look at the Nike dump through the floor. Nike is down 3%. After Nike should the bet. Apple is down 4%. I have no idea what the hell is going on with the Apple. I've never seen. Oh, obviously I've seen that, but Apple being down 4% is extremely rare. Something is amiss. Yeah, absolutely. If you get antsy, you need to step away from your desk. That's what I do. Nothing wrong with taking a little break. If you feel as though one 100%, 100%. I did that yesterday. He'll probably explain it when he gets back. Ask him whenever he gets back. Like right now, I would probably walk away from my desk because I would seriously want to consider longing this, but I just don't believe this. But however, the day just started, so I'm okay right now. Like mentally, like I'm like, okay, cool. But I just don't believe this, not with this here. And then not with the fact that we barely tapped 580 just now. They got this weird pattern going on over here, and I don't trust this. I also don't want to short this inside this hole because we just completed a major objective from the pre-market trading plan that I send out. So I'm trapped a little bit here. Like they're gonna have to shoot this up into this zone for me to start building into a short position. I don't want to short this directly into the hole. I think personally the safer play is for them to attack this and fill this and flash bang this through this floor, and then I long it off of a first presented. That's what I personally think that the safest thing is to do. And also, you have no confirmation that they're getting ready to seriously reverse this because we have a first presented here, but like this first presented is not really seriously convincing. Like this isn't like you're a bouncer from it, but like this isn't convincing enough for me. Why? Because it's paired with a staircasing pattern. They got this weird. It's not. I wouldn't necessarily call it LRLR, but it's reminiscent of such. The risks are skewed to the downside, so I'm not going to press this button here. Base hit 60 ticks in this environment. It's $90 on 3 contracts. You need to be sized for risk management mode in this environment. If you are trying to take a one hitter quitter inside this environment, you are going to miss, and Mike Tyson is going to knock you out. Not not Mike Tyson now is 65 years old. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like I'm talking like Mike Tyson from 40 years ago. So stop goofing around. What level is it bouncing back up to for longs? I have no idea. This is an insane environment. I'm paying attention to what they're doing in real time, and it has nothing to do with any of these indicators. I'm looking in real time and I'm trying to analyze what they're doing. I'm waiting on liquidity to be engineered to these sessions, and I'm trying to see what they're going to do. And I'm going to take a trade that I feel as though makes the most amount of sense, and that's going to be a base hit kind of trade. And I'm going to try and I'm going to try and take about 2 or 3 of these today, and I'm going to walk away from this damn screen. You don't need to be trading any time past 3 o'clock today. That last hour is probably going to be crazy. Stretching. Sorry. Crazy. You need to be on alert. Yo, who? What's up with my phone? Yes, it's done what? Hold on. Send out those numbers again. You said the zone I'm looking for NQ to bounce to consider taking shorts. Is that what you're asking me? Asking me? So this right over here is perplexing me because they're so close to this zone. So like this right here was a zone like I was looking at where I was like, why would like this right here would be the coup de grace. Like, hey, you know what? Like a long is like a no brainer here to me. But like, so like if they would have completed all of those objectives, they attacked 580 over here, and then they bounced and they filled this volume balance. So like I can delete this. So they filled that, so I can delete that. The only reason why I was not taking the longs, rather, what is that? Close of 40, low of 50. There's a 10-point volume balance over here in their wake. The only reason why I didn't take these longs over here specifically was because of this. So like this logic and this thinking saves me 90% of the time. Because I know some people are probably thinking, "Oh, see, there's right like Nate right now says you're saying not to take longs right now and to wake up and to wait." But I think it's reversing. Yeah, they are reversing it. So guess what happens if they shoot this up over to here? Guess what the safer play is now to then short it off for something above head. That's the safer play versus you trying to long it and trying to guess the exact bottom, right? To me, that's the safer play. That's just what I think, honestly speaking. How many ticks is this? 330 ticks to those side. I'm getting ready to short this right now. I'm going to short this right now, and I'm gonna try and get 60 ticks to the downside. I'm in a short right now, and so I'm in a short right now, and yeah, yeah, I know. I got in a little bit early, and I'm chasing this, but again, I'm in 3 micros right now, so I'm watching this. There's a 10-point volume balance. If they squeeze this up here into the zone, I'm gonna add a little bit more to the short position up here into the zone. No, not really. Mm-hmm. Yeah, long idea is not a bad idea. A long idea is not a bad idea. On God, it's not. Good job. Yeah, I would call it a day. Honestly speaking, I would. How much am I down? I can't even see the numbers on this new trade copper. Down $300 per account. I'm not trading my live cash account. I got that. I got that on lock. We just tapped into this one in this 5 minute Sibi cluster just now. Yes, 100% I'm early. I'm going to add more onto this position. Wait, if they shoot us up higher, I'm going to add more to this position on the short side. And again, maybe I'll try and take a base hit and be out over here into the zone at maybe 24 or 85. 100% I'm early. So you got to be sized accordingly in this environment. They might squeeze us up here higher again. I'm unsure. But again, I'm in 6 micros. I'm down 45 ticks on this trade. How many ticks is this from here to here to this downside? This is about 60 ticks on 60 ticks on 6 contracts. I'm not going to add anything more to this trade. There's a volume balance over here that I was originally trying to target. It's right over here at this bottom. There's a 10-point volume balance. So I shorted a little bit early, but again, I'm in 3 micros. Why? Because you can't seriously predict this environment. There's a 10-point volume balance that they left in their wake. They left multiple. So I'm watching this. You need to be on hyper alert. This is a crazy environment. They could do anything. Remember what I said this morning? I'm liable to take a loss today because of the environment. I don't want to add anything more, especially not lower than when I originally added my double my size when they got the squeezes up here higher. Good job, fam. Great job, sir. Look at that. Look at that. May he help us. Trade through to completion. Base hit I take. I'm done on these accounts right now for the day. Again, guys, I'm only trying to make like 150 $200 a day on these accounts. Base hit I take. They're trying to come over here to this volume balance that they left in their wake. There's a 10-point volume balance over here. But again, I took a base hit off of this. Guys, I took a base hit off of this. Here it is right here. Could you explain why not one more time for me? That knowledge and community page is there. It's $11 for you to understand. And then just ask the question inside the mentorship. So like I actually trade live and I make a lot of money doing this during the day. So like I can't stop live instruction. No offense, Nate, but like I can't stop live instruction and explain it to every single person that just asked me that question. Like I'm not trying to be rude because I only charge $40 per month to be inside Discord and then I run free mentorships. And then and I clicked on your profile and you have 0 likes and you've been watching for 33 minutes. And you're not, looks like you haven't even liked the video and you're not even following me. It's like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, can you imagine like if I just stopped making money for like every single person that just randomly says, hey, can you explain this to me? Because like, I don't even know if you're listening right now or not. I don't even know if you're still in here or not. Like your girlfriend could call you and you could be like, hey, hold on, my bad. Can you explain that again? My girl called me. She was tripping. Sorry, I was gone for the last 15 minutes. Talk again. Like, I would not know that. Nah, bro, you're good. I completely get it. I just started trading like yesterday. Okay, good. Perfect. You did not do anything, and you need to pay $11 for that knowledge center. You need to go to nqinsider.com. You need to pay $11 for that knowledge center to explain shit to you. That's what you need to be doing. No joke. It'll it'll get you right. Hold on. Look at that. All right, there's why I got out. That, that right there is exactly why I got out in this environment. Look at that weird shit they got going on. Look at that weird shit they got going on, bro. That weird shit. They got some of the weirdest shit going on. I still think they're getting ready to come here to the zone. Let me switch to my cash account. Hold on real quick. I gotta switch to my cash account. Hold on. You- can you believe how much money I would have made if I didn't short it on the red? But again, I was in three micros, so I'm liable to take a little bit more risky trades. Oh nah, I was very early. I still think they're getting rid of flashbang that through that floor and attack. They're about to reattack this. They just wanted to see, look, guys. They just wanted to shake you out. I swear to God, I think they're about to attack this. They're going to reattack. Guys, listen. Guys, listen. They're going sideways, and this is insane Iran news. They're going to have to prove this to me. I still think that they're getting ready to come here. Why so? Because it's a 10-point volume balance. But again, this is Iran news. Like, I don't know. So this environment is crazy. So I'm not going to short us in this hole and guess here. Like, I am looking at clear draws and liquidity, and I am out before they get there. And I am taking a base hit from what I'm satisfied with. I am not going to see all of these trades through to completion, like full blown TP, all or nothing, bust or fail. I'm sorry, bust and fail are synonymous. Uh, uh, um, bust or hero or bust. Hell no, you crazy. Not in this environment. I'm gonna see something that makes sense, and it, guys. I am going to outline what I'm doing, just in case anyone is not aware of what I do and how I trade. I'm going to outline a 2 to 1, a 3 to 1, even a 4 to 1 R trade, and I'm going to be out at 1 R. That's what I'm gonna do. They're getting ready to flashbang this to this floor and target this. There's a reason why they haven't squeezed up here higher yet. Hold on real quick. Let me run this. There's a reason here. Something is amiss. I don't believe this. Hmm. I wonder what's going on with that damn. Mm. I don't trust this. I gotta see. It's war news. They could shoot us up 0.5% here and blow my account if I short inside this hole. I need something more clear. I took a base hit just now, made $200 off of it. They gave me an opportunity to. They gave me an opportunity to get into 6 micros. Just now, I take a base hit off of it as such. When I was only going to make 90, so they gave me an opportunity to make 200. I made $200 just now per account. So they gave me that opportunity. How gracious of them. Why? Because I was getting ready to take $90 and be happy. So to me, oh look at that God body. My point exactly why I'm not in that trade. So to me, what I'm doing is I'm looking at 3, 4 to 1 R's, or even two minimum, and I'm out at one in this environment. I'm taking base hits and I'm just rinsing and repeating. Link in bio. Join my VIP channel, free. Block. Nice to see you this morning, sir. Can you please tell me what day it is? Which day of the week? Today's Thursday. Today's Thursday, March 31st. This is pre-recorded. How else do you think that I can call out this market like this? This is pre-recorded. How else do you think that when I press the button, the money appear in the account? It's pre-recorded. So clearly, I'm a furu, and I'm trying to get you to sign up for the courses by voicing over things. Everyone thinks it's bearish. Is this true? I have no idea what to think. I just know that there's going to be seek and destroy and destruction. Cause that's what I do know. Look at that wickless candle over here in the Qs. I think that this was fake. Every single bounce I'm going to assume is fake. Bro, it's beat out 5 highs and Trump by the bomb. It's gonna dump. No way. No way not. I agree. I think they're trying to come here to the zones too. I think that was fake. I think they're trying to come here. I think that this liquidation candle right here was fake. And I think they still want to come here at a minimum. I think they're lying to you and I think they're confusing people. I was in a long last night, man. Why was you in a long last night? Why are you holding longs and why are you going to sleep? How can you go to sleep in this environment, Kai? What is going on? Man, what I would pay to be you, to be swinging longs in this environment with geopolitical war tensions amiss. I think they're about to dump this. It was a 200-point trade. Okay, good job. Proud of you. Look at this pattern they got going on here. They're about to flashbang this. I still believe. I don't believe this. Look at the ES try to squeeze higher for some reason. They're going in the opposite directions. Something is amiss. One more day and I get my payout. Good job, Kai. Great job, buddy. For real, real shit. Good job, bro. They're forming this weird pattern. What? You said 65 what? Repeat that again. I want guys, I want to listen what Chris is saying. You said what? Are you looking at the same zone I'm looking at, 65, 67 on ES? Because we're bouncing from dual 15-minute biscuits right now. That's what's going on. We're down, like we're literally bouncing from the consequent encroachment of these 15-minute biscuits. That's why this market's bouncing up like this. 6567, because we got to get there first. That has to be the most immediate target because from where we are to 6567, that's about a 3/4% dump, which means the ES would be down nearly like almost 1.5%. About, yeah, that's a solid day. That's a solid day's move. So I could see that. Also, guys, listen. They just ran this LR pattern over here from this pre-market trading plan. If you're confused on as to why they bounce, if you're confused on as to why they bounced this, they ran this 5 minute LR pattern that they had right over here from this pre-market trading plan. This is not a coincidence. Look at the pre-market trading plan on the SPX. Look, 5 minute LR and SPX down to 646 sell side is something to be aware of. Same pattern on the 6508. And I said they can run them separately and on different sessions. What this means, hold on, what the hell is going on? Why is my newswire this loud? Hold on. What this means through the interpretation is when they take out 6546 SPX, don't just blindly hold that shit. This is a completely separate trade. So your expectations need to shift whenever they did this. So whenever they took out 6546 on SPX from this pre-market plan, your expectations now need to shift. Holy shit, they're getting ready to attack it now. Look, let me stop my rant. Good. They're doing something so I can stop talking. They're getting ready to attack it now. Look, they're getting ready to come here to the zone. See this? I told you, I'm telling you, this is a magnet in this market. They're getting ready to come into the zone. They're trying to come into the zone. They're clearly trying to attack this. You can see what they're doing. Guys, so I might be slightly early. I might be, or they might do a liquidation grab like this and scare you out. But guys, you can't be fooled with liquidity more times than not. I'm getting ready to short this right now. Hold on. I'm getting ready to short this on my cash account. I'm gonna short this right now on my cash account over here, and I want to target this volume balance. So I'm in my live cash account, and I want to see them flash bang this directly through this floor, maybe target the 10 point volume balance. And I'm gonna try and take a base hit on, and I'm gonna try and take a base hit on 3 contracts right now. What is this? Close at 582.32, high at 27. There's a 5 point here. I need to be out whenever this alert eclipses. They keep on trying to reach for this, so I'm assuming that they're trying to target this. I'm assuming so. So, but again, I'm in my cash account and I'm only in 3 micros. So I can withstand this shit. So like I can start building into a trade in order for them to target some more sell side. So you need to understand that my trading style is getting ready to change. If they give me a base hit out of this, then I'm going to make $90 on this trade on my cash account, which 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 is close to some lunch money for me. So there we go. There's that. So I'm watching this. I'm building into this short right now. I'm willing to build into this short, but no matter what happens, I need to be out whenever they eclipse this. There's a 10 point volume balance over there that I think that they're getting ready to start reaching for. I'm unsure. Okay, so I'm watching this and I'm on alert. I think that they flashbang this to the floor, but I need to be out whenever they do so for a base hit. I'm on hyper alert. They keep on reaching for this, and SPX keeps on goofing around with this pattern, and SPX is looking like it has this damn trend line that they got going on now. Look at this trend line that they got going on now. I'm unsure. We got 2 taps. We're getting close to 3. They're goofing around with a trend line. You know what they do with trend lines now. You need to be on alert. Look at this market. Look at this shit. Look at this. SPX looks bearish as fuck. We need to be up. I need to be out whenever they do this, just to let you know. I'm watching this volume balance right over. I need to be out. I'm not even looking at the trade. I'm looking at this. I'm trading. I'm trading immediate draws and liquidity. I'm trading draws and liquidity. I want to see them complete this objective and target this. This right here is where I think that they're trying to come to. So I front ran a little bit because I'm in 3 micros. I can scale into the trade as such. I'm watching this zone. Timestamp 1042. It's been doing that same BS. 3 triangles, taking liquidity, then dump. Oh my life. We need to watch this. Be on alert. We need to watch this. Honestly speaking, like I swear to God, like I really should front run this. I'm being honest with you. The safest thing to do is to front run this shit slightly, and to be out whenever we flash this liquidity over here down here lower. That's the safest thing to do. Trade completed, done. 80 ticks right now on that trade, done, and I'm out. Base hit. I take cash account. Base hit. I almost pay for lunch. My lunch yesterday cost me $200 per person. Base hit. I take. Do you? Hey, that's not funny, man. I'm Indian. It's I'm giving homage to an Indian guy who I watch. His name is who I not watch anymore, but I used to watch. He taught me what not to do. A lot of things. He was the first person that came about on. I wouldn't do that if I was you. So like I'm not mocking him. Like I appreciate him, and the things that he was saying are ingrained into my memory. Just like how hopefully I can get things ingrained into your memory. Like whoa, what is that? Or look out. Oh, I got from him. He go look out. Look at that. I would not long this, folks. And I go, whoa, shit. Maybe I went. But you know what? But you know what? I would try and fight that guy. Like mentally, I'd be like, man, he don't know what he's doing. But you know what? He was the master and I was the student. And I always thought that I knew more, but I was not profitable. And until that happened, and until I finally started to embody it, man, you know what? I'm gonna stop doing shit that just does not make any sense, and I'm going to get a mentor. Until I submitted myself to that process, I was never profitable. They completed that and then they dumped that. And they took out that 10-point volume balance. Now, if you ask me a question, I have no idea what they're getting ready to do, but that was a free 86 I just had just now. I do know that much. I don't know what they're getting ready to do. They're just going sideways. Guys, I'm trading liquidity engineer to this session. I shorted it here and the money appear in the account here. 3 minutes to make $100 or so. How much did I make off that trade? I have no idea. Why? Because I can't tell if there's trade copy. 3 minutes to make $120. I was only trying to get 90. But $120 on my live cash account. Discord can see my whole screen. TikTok cannot. This is a new trade copy, so I'm working with it. So please bear with me. Unity Beyond. What is that? Close at 26. Low at 32. It's a 6-point volume balance. In this environment, 6 really isn't much. I don't believe this, but I'll watch it because if they start attacking it, I'm going to think they are going to come there. But I'm not going to put an arrow there. They keep on leaving these volume balances in their wake now. That was a 10. That was like a magnet. Whenever they have a magnet on clear draws and liquidity, then you can take trades as such. It's a magnet. Why wouldn't they come there? So you need to be sized accordingly to then take advantage of it. Like I'm looking at this right now. I'm like, why wouldn't they come here? I'm just being honest. Like guys, they keep on doing things that's contrary to me thinking they're getting ready to seriously go higher. So guess what? I'm not going to do? I'm not going to long this right now at this point in time. I don't care what they're showing me. Why? Because I think on a flashbang us to this floor. I'd rather long it down in the here than do it as such. We're now bouncing from this 5-minute biscuit cluster for fuel to potentially go higher. You need to be on hyper alert. Market broke below that first candle low, retested, and now it's going to short. That's my prediction. Nace Bear says, nice. I hope so. I'm not predicting though. I get paid to react, not to predict. You're new. So great. How lucky are you? You came across us. And we get to print money. Look at that. They displaced from that zone. That's believable. That's actually believable. Look at that. Look at that liquidation squeeze. We are in an insane environment where you need to have we're like you need to be sure. And you need to be listening to somebody that is sure. They just shot this shit up like 200 and something ticks just now in 5 seconds and they gave it all back immediately. This is an insane environment. We got this Trump news coming about. Trump was just talking about the eradication of a regime. You need to be on alert. That's what you need to be doing. So I'm sitting here and I'm gonna watch this. I don't know what they're getting ready to do. They're going sideways, but I do know I'm up $1,600 so far. Just fucking around. I do know that much. That's what I do know. And all it took was 3 micros, not 30 micros or 3 minis. I do know that much. So I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna wait for them to maybe liquidate some more people. a clear drawn liquidity, something to be engineered, and then I'm gonna take another trade. I'm taking another base hit. Three micros in a dream can change your life, but stop dreaming. Know exactly what the hell you're looking at. Three micros and 60 ticks 2 or 3 times a day will change your life. But you need that. But you need to be consistent longer than your own impatience. I'm trying to tell you. Talk to me. You said what? Great question. The SPX alert is up here on the gap fill at 4.7 and 6.611. But however, I don't think that we get there because of the pre-market trading plan. I don't think that we get there. I don't think so. I think that previous day low, they had already shit. They had already done that on NQ. They had already did it on NQ. They had, they'd already swept PDL on NQ. They had already swept Monday. Monday's low. Like during New York session, they already swept that. The only PDL that's left is Sunday's PDL. But I mean, like, I guess you can classify Sunday to Monday as one session. I mean, like, if you're talking about that, then yes. But I'm unsure about that. Guys, I think this market is getting ready to try and call Trump's bluff. They're not going to do anything insane until maybe like later on today. So like that's the notion that I'm operating under. Just so everyone's clear. They took out correct. They didn't take out the low from Sunday session, which bleeds into the sixth, but they took out the previous day low on the Qs though. That's what I meant to say. I apologize. So they took out Monday's low on the Qs for sure, and then we took out. Did we take out Thursday's low? We did not take out Thursday's low. No, we did not. So this right now is why this market is reacting. You see this? You see all of this liquidity that we just swept over here inside the zone? So we swept this and scared the shit out of people and we bounced a little bit. So this market right now is trying to decide which direction it's getting ready to go in. You have no idea, neither do I. I have clear draws and liquidity lower, but I'm not. But we just had a liquidity sweep. I'm not going to be trying to. I'm not going to be rushing headfirst into shorts in this environment. So I'm going to wait to see what they're getting ready to do, and when they scare people out, then I'm going to look to see where they're going, and I'm going to potentially try to consider taking a trade to the contrary. Or if they shoot us up into the zone, then I'm going to assume that they're going to engineer liquidity in their wake, and then I'm going to short it going down. I am because if I long this right over here, there is no risk management mode. Why? Because then if they dump it, then I'm cooked. If like I'm sorry, if I short this, there's no risk management. Why? Because they shoot up, then I'm cooked. If I long this, there's no risk management. Why? Because if they dump it, then I'm cooked. My rule is what? One of them is what? I do not trade in a sideways market. Why? Who do you know? Do you know Trump? Do you know Elon Musk? Do you even know Jeff Bezos, who has far less of a voice than all of them at this point in time? He sacrificed his power. Do you know any of these people? Do you know something I don't know? Because if so, then where the hell are you getting your information this market's going to do something? We need to assume anything can happen. Look at that. They filled that gap again. So with that being said, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to wait. You get paid to react, not to predict. You are a risk manager, not a day trader. Everybody likes to talk about, hey man, I got this strategy. Hey, X, Y, and Z, man. You need to know what not to do. That's what you need to be learning. You need to know what not to do. That's arguably like the most important thing to do. And I'm gonna tell you what not to do is long this shit. And I'm gonna tell you what not to do. Goofing around in this environment. Good trade. All right, Chris is back. Let's check up on Discord. Let's see what's going on. Oh, done. 680 off that. Crazy. They out to dump that hole without me. I'm done. Good job, Abundant. Walk away from the screen. You're done, sir. Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon, sir, where you at? You're done, Abundant. Good job. The CEO coming in, shut down the whole operation. You're done, Abundant. six six ten ES double top. Where? Where do you see a double top at? 6610. When did you send that out? Let me see. Let me look at the timestamp. 6610. At 10:30, you sent this out. So it had to have been before 10:30. But they clearly took out those. Why? Because I was after 10:30. Why? Because this right over here, 6630. Hold on, 6630. Double top. 66 what? 6610. They took those out. Correct. Double top. Yes, that's exactly what this. Yeah, that's exactly what this was. That's exactly what this candle right here was. Yes. If you see something to where the wicks are print before the bodies, that's dangerous. That tells you that you're in an insanely unstable environment. $300 off that. Good job, Hershey's. We're just sitting there chilling as of right now. They need to convince me. That's what they need to do. It's wild. Are we in negative HVL? I haven't even written that down inside my journal. My goodness, let me take a step back. I'm I'm getting a little bit too fast. Hold on, let's see what we got. I'm getting ready to write inside my journal, but I'm gonna tell you what my journal is getting ready to consist of right now. We got yeah, yeah, it's moving. So today's date, and then I'm going to. So today's date, there's no real news drivers. So at the top of today, at the top of today, I'm writing inside my journal so that you can visualize this. Maybe you want to write this inside your journal too, because I think this is mandatory. This is like mandatory. Like my trading style can be paired with anything. So I don't care what you're doing. It can be paired with anything. It's universal. What you're not going to do is that you're not going to, which I do not recommend longing it if I'm pointing something out that they're getting ready to target. Why would you want to do that? I don't recommend shorting it if they're getting ready to target exactly what I'm getting ready to take a trade off of. So whatever your strategy calls for, hey, well, I hold on the trades for 4 or 5 hours, so I can show. Okay, well, why not get a better entry then? So you don't have to trade like I trade, but why not wait to then get a better entry then? So with that being said, at the top of my list, today's title is called Base Hits. Base Hits. Then I'm going to skip a line and then I'm going to write 950 macros over with. I am going to write 1050 macro. 1050, comma. 1150, comma. 250 macro. That's an excuse for them to start to strum up liquidity or in, inject liquidity or volume into the market. Then I'm going to skip a line again on the third line. 1150 inverse. There's a chance that this could come into play today. Then I'm going to, on a weird day like today, then I'm going to write 12 weight, comma, 12 weight, lunch sweep. Then I'm going to go a line below that and I'm going to write 130, comma, 209, time hack. I'm going to not skip a line. I'm going to leave a blank line. I'm going to go basically 2 lines away from that. And then I'm going to write Q's HVL, line below, SPY HVL, line below, SPX HVL. I want to see how angry this market is. I want to see the behavior pattern of it. We're getting ready to find out right now. Let's see what the Q's HVL level is. That's why the market flashbanged directly through this floor. Do you see that? It precipitated. Look, we tapped HVL, we bounced, and then they said, hell no. We're flashbanging this through this floor. It it now makes sense to me. This is why this indicator costs $3,000 a year. It makes sense to me. This makes perfect sense to me now. Right here was the zone where they stopped doing weird shit like this and going sideways. Are you writing this now? No, I'm not writing this right now. I'm looking at this right now from my screen. This makes see they stopped hedging the market here from the zone. Right here, whenever we flashbanged it through to here, and for sure here, past this zone, sell orders are being met with sell orders and buy orders are being met with buy orders. This is why this indicator costs $3,000 a year and you get it for free when you're in Discord. I'm not trusting. It's not me. It's not my indicator. But it is. But it's literally the only one that I use, that I pay attention to, and I'm not even trading off it. That's why it's transparent like this. But it lets me know what's going on. I didn't even know this, but this makes sense why they bled it out like this. So with that being said, uh, Q's HVL is at 58478. For the zero DTE chain, it is sitting at 584. We're in negative HVL now. Restate that so I can write that. It was my question. Jones from Discord says, "Hey, I thought you said you're not helping people." She's inside Discord, I so I'll do it. Oh, you want me to repeat that? You want me to repeat that? Look at this trend line snap. Look at this trend line snap. Look at that. If you ever see something like that, boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy, you need to not go contrary. Look at that trend line snap. Guys, so HVO is at 584.78 and the zero on the zero to T chain for today, it is at 584. Whenever we attacked 584.78 and we bounced. And the market made a decision and said, do I want to go into negative gamma? And what happened was when we attacked this, then we bounced again. And then the market said, do I want to go in full-blown negative gamma? And it said, hell yes. And when it attacked it again, it buttered through this floor. Right here, but below this line, all sell orders are being met with sell orders, and buy orders are being met with buy orders. They still have to book price. It's controlled by a computer, yes, not controlled by buyers or sellers, but they still have to book it. So every single order that comes through is being met with the contrary. I mean, it's not being met with the contrary. It's being met with the same. So when that's why over here it's booking sell, 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 and it stops on a dime, and it makes sense to me now. And now it goes buy, 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 and it shoots up, and now it bleeds out, and now look what it's doing. It's just precipitating and buttering through the floor. Look exactly what they did. This is exactly why I said I didn't trust this bounce. Look, they came back for this volume balance. Do you see that? If anyone is telling you build into longs up in the here, block them. I'm serious. Like run away. Run away. Run away. Retest. Nah, ain't no retest. That's what they want you to think. You just started trading yesterday. Where? On NQ? Yes. They're going to reattack. They're going to reattack. Where's this alert at? They want to. Holy shit. Hold on. Did they take this? Low of this candle right over here is 982. What's the low of this? 982. Low of 9. What is it? 9. I'm trying to get my mouse there. 98150. They're going to reattack. These are these are relatively equal lows. They're getting ready to reattack again. They're not going to stop there. They might even stop till they come down to this 15-minute BISI over here. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep attacking. You did not belong in this. I told you that. If anyone was telling you to buy up here into the zone, guys, guys, they don't have to come back to these volume balances like immediately. So like if you shorted over here on this candle because you thought they was getting ready to, I'm sorry. So like yeah, so like no, that's the cues. If you shorted over here on this candle because you was like, man, they're getting ready to come over here immediately, and then you blow up your account. Hey, but bro, you showed that volume balance earlier. Yes, I did. Over here, I did because I figured they were getting ready to reattack it. I didn't short that volume balance over here and blindly hold. I got out on a base hit. I took multiple base hits off this volume balance here because they were clearly showing me that they were trying to attack it. So I shorted over here again. You see that? Bang, bang. You see that? They just see that? You see that? See what I'm saying? There's nothing that you can do to stop this. This this right here is exactly why I give out the education that I do. Because I'll just keep making money like this nonstop, but just keep printing money, and like they'll keep doing exactly what I'm saying they're getting ready to do. So I don't. This is not the Krabby Patty formula. So if you want to learn how to do this for $40, sure, be my guest. But I'm still going to make hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this, like hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars doing this, nonstop. So you without you. So either you can join suit, and then you can figure it out, and then go, whoa, what is that dude? What does he know? Then that's completely and utterly up to you. But one thing's for damn certain, again, that plays into the factor. I would not be shorting this. They just swept that liquidity zone. So I'm getting ready to watch this right now. Look at the HVL level on SPY at 655. Hold on, look. I'm about to take a look at that right now. HVL level on SPY, I got to finish my journal. 655. Both guys, look at what happened whenever we eclipsed this. Look, it literally just bled out nonstop. No one talks about negative HVL. No one does. I mean, it's there, but I don't really see any influencers talking about it. Like, I don't. I'm being honest with you. Look at the SPX HVL, right? HVL 0 to T. Look what happened whenever we eclipse each one of these levels. Look. Does this not look like sell orders are being met with sell orders to you? Every single time we eclipse it, look. Every single time we attack this level, look, it just butters through the floor. There is a reason. So you need to be on alert. They have done every single thing that I have said so far from this pre-market trading plan from inside Discord and verbally. This is not pre-recorded. It's not pre-recorded. You want to know why? Because you want to know why? Because today's date is Monday, March 30th at 11:05 p.m. If it was not Monday, March 30th at 11:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I would not be able to call this market out like this. Okay, SPX HVL is at 6575. 6575. Zero to TE is at 655. You need to be on alert. I knew they would dump this. How do we join again? NQinsider.com. Knowledge page is $11. Knowledge center is $11. Why? Because I day trade for a living. That's why. I'm not making guys because I'm hardly making any money off this. Literally like nothing, pennies off of that community page. I'm being dead serious. So I have to trade for a living. That's why I'm trading my cash cow now because I'm transitioning between prop firms. Apex banned me. I got to try and figure out what the next step is. Then Discord is $29. It's $40 per month. You get 4 free mentorships per month. I ran two on. I ran one on Friday and on Sunday for free for the Discord members. Today is not Monday. I know it was a joke, Titus, because I promise you I get that. People go, hey, bro, anyone can talk over a recording. I promise you I get DMs like this. I promise you. Sometimes people will DM me that. Be like, hey, man, that was like I promise you I've gotten that before. Not consistently, but I promise you they go, hey, man, that's kind of crazy. Anybody can do that. Talk over that. Talk over a pre-recording. I want to see you do it in real time, not knowing that what they're looking at is a real live market. Because you want to know why? Because they have a scarcity mindset. They can't even possibly fathom that somebody actually knows how to trade because they're so used to you. Because why? Because they're so used to getting their strategies from Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace and learning from other people who aren't millionaires doing this and that aren't transparent. That's why. And they're all trying to do things for free. Like where have you ever known to where you can come across something and like not get a mentor? I just posted a video today. You can look at my story. A billionaire, every single billionaire, every single one, like almost all of them say you need a mentor. Like literally, like the video that I said the 7 things I wish I knew about trading with the guy who runs S&B Capital, who's like worth like 100 million. He was like, bro, he was like, my trading journey did not change until I got a mentor. And like the billionaire that I just posted that started up one of the largest plumbing business in America, who sold his company for like 5 billion, was like the 9 things that you need to do in order to become wealthy. His second thing was get a mentor. That literally was the second thing that he said. And he was like, getting a mentor changed everything for me. But yet you, with 38 cents in your account, trying to balance out geopolitical war tension news and trying to argue with people about whether or not Trump, Orange Man, bad or not, is trying to copy strategies from other people who are poor or who or who are not successful and are not transparent with you from Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace, thinking that that's going to make you a millionaire, thinking that you can seriously open up a business and then not know the business model and that the customers are just going to come running into the store, or you trying to get a robot to trade for you, thinking that that's going to do it. That robot ain't going to do shit for you. That's a scam. I'm gonna stop my rant. We need to be on hyper alert. My order button is on buy now because I'm anticipating a bounce at some point in time. I'm going to start scanning from asset to asset, potentially. Look at that. They left another one in their wake. Look at that one that they just filled. You said what now? $65.50. Where a volume balance on ES on a 15-minute time frame? Where does it start? Where does it start at? Where does it start at? Hold on. I want one person to speak. Where does it start at? 65.50 it starts. And then it goes down to what here? That is not a true volume imbalance. That's the volume balance that everybody else trades. With this right over here, I would rather register this as a 15-minute busy. What you're looking at, the volume balance that you're looking at, is that you're going on YouTube and you're trading ICT volume imbalances. That's not the volume balance that I'm trading. That to me, that's not like an immediate magnet. That does not have like an 85 to 90% hit rate. The, the one that you're looking at probably has about like I probably say like a 30 or 40 or maybe at the most like 45, 50% hit rate. Like I don't know, I haven't back tested it. But no, there are no. No, you are not going to see a 15-minute volume balance on ES. The price is too absolute. I'm talking about like the ones that I'm trading. I'm just being honest with you. You're not going to see that. So like, if that's what you're thinking, so like, if that's what you're trading, you're not going to see that. On what? What on what? A volume imbalance? There is no volume imbalance. A volume imbalance has to be a gap. Oh. Yeah, well, you're trading based off of the volume, but you guys are some of y'all are trading out based off of the volume balance that you're seeing from like YouTube. I'm talking about guys, the volume balance has to look like this. Do do y'all see this? Hold on. Listen. Do y'all see this? This is a true volume balance, man. Like that I'm looking at. And you see how they keep on attacking these, right? Every single one that has been created today has been filled. They don't gotta do them other ones. My order button is on buy. Holy shit. Look at that. Yo, E, why don't you trade Apex making an account with you? Yeah. You'll probably just do the new router modem. Yeah, I know. That's probably what I'm gonna do, Zero. No joke. I'm serious. I'm being dead serious. I'm scared. Didn't need to trail that tight, but I've got scammed on a couple of trades on this account. I wanted to lock in some of this buffer. Should have took 10 to 15 Microsoft, not the full 20. I got a bad habit of that. Nothing wrong with that. I lost $500 yesterday, made 650 today. Someone tell me to walk away. Good job. No, you're done today. Call me heavy. Good job. How'd you lose money yesterday? Yesterday was an amazing day. Every trade went to the straight to the TP. What market you trading? NQ futures. I moved my stop loss to break even, but it said I lost $100. Is this normal top step? I have no up $1,800. You're done for the day, all in. Great job. All in from Discord. You're done. HV who? That's a lesson. HVL. What is that, bro? That's a lesson that we covered. Send that message out maybe today when the market closes, and then like I'll link it to you. Or you can just scroll up inside the scroll through through the lessons. So that's a previous lesson. It's called HVL, high volatility level. Small gap at 537. Where? Holy shit, look at that. Look at that displacement. Close of 90. That is a 14-point volume imbalance. May God help us. Zero scenario am I considering longs here. Why? Because if they tap this, they're going to flashbang us to this floor. The only chance they have of not filling this, if they inverse this BISI right here, they're going to fill this. So this is like a what if kind of scenario here. But they got 20 minutes to do so. Otherwise, I'm thinking this 1150 macro is going to squeeze it. This is a 14-point volume balance. That is ridiculous. They're about to reattack. This is true volume imbalance trading that I look at. I'm trying to tell you. Trump is manipulating the market. Of course he is. The market's already been manipulated. They're using Trump as an excuse. What you're looking at is rigged 100%. There's zero debate about it. It's rigged and it's controlled by a computer 100%. There is no debating that. Because if it wasn't, then ES and MES would not be the same price on every single second. ES would not be able to mirror this like this. It's 100% rigged. Hell no. Do you not see this 14-point volume balance here looming above head? They're going to have to go without me in this environment. You are the GOAT. Thank you. How long does Apex take to pay out, if you don't mind me asking? It usually takes 24 to $40 for them to approve the payout. Then they'll send it 24 to 40 hours after that. Then it'll be in your bank account in 3 days. You need to be on hyper alert because we just swept every single liquidity target. So they are trying to bounce. The only reason I am not pressing this buy button is because I do not want to go against something that occurs that happens 90. I'm sorry, not 90. We back tested this for the last few days. 84.6% of the time. I just don't want to do that. I would rather them go without me. But my order button is on buy. Can you unmute me? Why are you muted? You're not muted. Oh shit. Why were you muted? Why were you muted, Nico? Sorry. No, that was not me. I didn't do that yesterday. I don't know what happened. I did not. I would never mute you. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Guy, listen. Whenever we sweep a major internal or a major, not major, or like a major internal liquidity, yeah, major internal, like, dude, they're going to reverse at least. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You need not be doing things contrary. I told you literally on this candle. I literally said you need not be shorting this, and I switched my order button bias from long, from sell to buy, from short to long. You need to be on alert now. Today is not Monday. Okay, I already read that. Thank you. You got me. Titus says. Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm just joking with you. I know today's Tuesday, man. They're goofing around here. Hey, man. Right now looks like the time for them to go long. Why don't you press that long button? Huh? I know you. Come on, you scaredy cat. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. Remember this. Yeah. Hmm. Right. I agree. You want to know why? I agree because here's the deal. So like this is what I'm thinking. No, not what I'm thinking. This is 100% what I know. This market is bearish until we take out this high here. If we take out this high, we will then have an immediate shift in market structure. Or this high right over here is the first sign where we will have an immediate shift in market structure. Either that, or they have to stop this, flash bang this through this floor, and then take out this high. This market is still bearish in medium term until we take out this high. So I don't believe this bounces of right now. So they're going to have to prove this to me. So this is just simple market structure dynamics. So so they can fool others, but not me. Like they can just goof around in here all day long if they want to. Like Indian Joshua said, they can fool others, but not me. I I don't care what they do. But I tell you what I'm not going to do. Knowing what not to do is far more important than knowing what to do. You can figure out what to do by hanging out with us and by looking at those profitable models we got inside this Discord. You can do that, so help me God. But what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna take these trades contrary to what I'm doing. Well, I mean, you can't do that too, because I don't know. You might have a fetish for losing money. I have no idea. Some people got weird things going on, and I'm not here to judge. So I promise you, I don't judge. I don't care what you got going on. I don't even care about the Epstein files. Like I don't care because my opinion is not going to change. That. I don't care what they got going on. I don't care what you like or what you into. It's irrelevant to me. That's why I love you regardless, and I'm going to show love. No judging. Who cares what they're doing? I'm gonna tell you what I'm not gonna do though. I'm gonna just sit here and I'm gonna watch this, and I'm gonna wait until damn 11:50 to maybe to potentially do something. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm fins to do's. Look at that trend line up there above head. What is that? What is that on NQ? It's not perfect to the exact tick. I'm not sure if they're making people believe that or not, but I'll take a look. It's close. I'll keep this here. This is close. I will keep this here, but this is close. I will keep this here, but this is close. Yes, I could see them making people believe that this is legit. I could see them doing this and snapping this and moon shooting this off of this 1150 after they come down here a little bit lower potentially. So I'm going to keep that there. Let's look at the SPY. Hmm. Okay. Well, could that one, two, three? This might come into play later on the SPY. So I gotta watch this. I'm gonna watch that. The trend lines to the downside, like slanted downwards, are far have a far higher success rate. Why? Because people get scared whenever they see the market going lower. They want to get out. It's easier. It's easier for people to buy. I think they're goofing around. Man, they got this 15-point volume balance over here, but it's at the bottom of like a liquidity sweep. So I'm unsure about trying to short into this hole after they just completed every single objective that I thought they was going to do today. I think they might target the volume balance now. I'm unsure about that. We just had a major liquidity sweep. What takes more power and more precedence is the fact that we swept that liquidity. It would not surprise me to like if they just left that there. So the only reason why I was willing to short those other volume balances before was because they didn't do what I thought that it was going to do, which was flash banging through the floor. That was the reason why I didn't short it. Look at that. They created a one up here above head. That was the reason why I'm sorry. That was the reason why I shorted it. And that was the reason why I thought they was gonna go lower, if that makes sense. So if guys, an X guys, well, I'm not sure if this is an external, but a major internal like that being swept takes far more precedence over just a random volume balance. I I don't care if it's a 14 like this. I don't care about that. Remember what I said today. You need to look at your screen. If you are confused, look at your screen. Hey, why don't you be inside? They're reading this. See this? Market is going to be very jittery today. I will let you know what not to do. If you read this one day and you stop yourself from blowing just not even your cash account or your life savings, just one funded account that pays for an entire year's membership inside here. That's how you need to measure the cost of a service. 1 year inside here, number damn $250, $300, something like that. What the hell are you doing? It's $40 a month. If I stop you from blowing one funded account that pays for an entire year's service, I'm being dead serious. Like including the activation fee if you were one of those firms like Bowlenox or something, for sure too. Market is going to be very jittery today, I says. Likely shooting up randomly 0.5% and giving it up in full. Because with this deadline looming, it would make zero sense for risk assets to have any upside follow through. So if you're confused on what the hell is going on and why I keep shooting up and coming down, great. You're in the right place. We know what's going on. Do you? Or, hey, who are your credentials? I use Ramon hedge fund and it was very successful. So I'm telling you what they're doing. So you can have the same insight if it was if shit. I would. I'd at least be reading this. Any bounce I'm going to assume will just be to drum up more liquidity for those shorting in the hole, I says. Be on alert. And we talked about this morning in the pre-market trading plan at 9, 10 a.m. in the morning. Where were you at? And they've done every single thing that I sent out. Literally every single thing. Sent it out last night at 10 o'clock. Every single goddamn thing. This is absolutely insane. You can read it yourself. This is absolutely insane. They're goofing around. Hmm. You need to be taking base hits. You need to go 100. At the absolute most, you need to be going 100 at the survivor. This is crazy. They're randomly shooting up and shooting it down. You've been alert. They're about to snap this right now. They're going to squeeze this higher. Time step 11:26. If they dump this a little bit further, I might start scaling to the short over here. They're goofing around with this trend line. They might snap this shit and then squeeze this higher. If I long this, if I short this, I have 20 minutes until. I'm sorry. If I long this, and if they dump this against me, I have 20 minutes until safety. What is that? Close of 60. High. I'm going to long this. I'm going to long this right now, and I'm going to try and get 66 to the upside. I'm in a long right now. I'm in a long right now, and I want to try and get 66 to the upside off this move, off of this volume balance that I'm looking at. Mm. I don't like that. I don't like that. There was a volume balance over there, and it didn't shoot up like how I anticipated. I didn't like that. They're goofing around still with this trend line, or whatever. So I cut it on 3 micros. Yeah, I'm watching that. They might dump it out of this. I got a shitty feel on this. Let's see what my P&L is on this. That shit cost me $50 just now on that shit. That piece of shit. They're goofing around with this trend line. Mm. They're about to shoot this. I'm back in the straight. They're about to shoot this past this zone. They're about to green shoot this past this zone and break this out. I'm back in the straight. Oh shit! I'm longer than a 15-minute busy. Look at that. Yeah, yeah, definitely. This is dangerous. I'm longer than a 15-minute busy. I'm longer than a 15-minute busy. I need to be careful. I need to be careful. This is dangerous. This is dangerous up here. They're about to flash bend us to this floor. Yeah, I did. I did originally. They're about to flash bend us to this floor. They're about to attack this. But they're goofing around over here with this trend line. Mm. This is dangerous. Mm. They're goofing around over here with this trend line. I think they're about to shoot this. They're goofing around up here with this trend line. Mm. Mm. Yeah. They're about to shoot this up here higher. Mm. I'm gonna close this trade, yeah. I'm gonna close this trade because I'm long it up over here past the zone. So mm, they snapped this trend line. They're snapping this trend line and they're squeezing this higher. They're squeezing it from the zone. Break even. Mm, the correct play was here and then being out here. 46.75 here, and me trying to get 60 ticks off this 46.75. It went through to full blown completion if I would have held it. So that trade I did was correct. But I cut it because they filled this volume balance. I didn't have a 2-to-1 risk to reward, so that's why I cut that. And they started doing this pattern. So I saw this volume balance. And I thought they were going to green shoot this past the zone, but the way they filled it, it scared me. Not scared me, but you get the point. Like it just made me nervous. So I cut it for like a 20 tick loss, but then I re-entered whenever I saw that trend line being tagged into. So I took 30 ticks on that last trade in order to get back the 30 tick loss that I just took. So I basically got to break even. Whereas in hindsight, I should have held. Knowing what not to do and adhering to the dangers is far more important than just guessing. They're goofing around over here inside the zone now. Look at that 15-minute candle bounce. This is indicative of something that's about to bounce. They're about to start hunting buy side. They're goofing around though, and they got this weird staircase and pattern. If I short this, I have 15 minutes to succeed. Otherwise, I'm going to get roasted. If I long this, no matter what happens, I feel as though that I have 14 minutes until safety. I wonder what the best decision here is. It's probably best to wait. I got about 12 minutes now to watch this. They got this weird staircase and pattern they got going on over here. But they might break this out and then attack this here, attack this trend line here. This would be perfect for the 1150 macro. Snap it and scare everybody out. The shortness of this hole. I'm thinking aloud, just so you're aware. That's what I'm doing. I'm thinking aloud. Normally, I just want to say nothing because I be trading by myself. You need to be on alert. Hmm. Hmm. We need to be on alert with this staircase and pattern. It's the same exact shit that I told you yesterday when they dumped this shit. And when right over here, it's right over here, they're engineering the same thing. When I shorted it right over here yesterday on this candle, and people were like, and some people on TikTok were like, "Hey, what are you doing? Why are you shorting? We getting ready to go to the moon." And I was like, "Hell no, we're not. Look at this pattern. It's making me weary." It's the same as that thing I told you. Now, they're forming this LRLR. Every single time they do this, almost they start to run it. Every time they run it, almost every time they run it. You need to. They just ran out of time because it was like damn 3:30. It was just like 30 minutes left in the day. I was the only one time. This is always all. This was the only reason. If there's like 2 or 3 more hours left in the day, they would have ran it then too. They're running it. Hot. They ran the LR just now to the downside. I'm on alert now. They're making me cautious. You need to watch this. But we are living in an insane environment where they could squeeze this up and then run it. That's the only reason why I'm not blindly shorting it here. And I know if I press this short button, I got 10 minutes to succeed. So I better be certain. I'm not certain right now. They could squeeze this up. So I'm going to wait. That's what I'm going to do. I'm on my cash account right now, and I could keep going indefinitely almost. And I'm not going to just based off of the size of that trade. And I'm not going to do nothing stupid. Not even on I'm trading 3 micros in this environment. I'm going to be happy if I walk away with down 300 or $400 today on my low cash account. I'm not going to be a hero in this environment. Base hits today. I need to follow my rules. Ugh. Timestamp 11:35. It is not a bad move. That's safe. That's safe. Yes, that's what's safe. They're squeezing this up again. Look at this staircase and pattern. Look at this staircase and pattern. I am going to delete this trend line. Why? Because they snapped it officially. The only thing that's left into play is this now. It's best to be on alert. They're confusing you. I think that they're confusing you, and I think they might want to try and go higher for. Dev said, "Oh, yeah, I'm joining." Dev Dusek, join my Telegram group. Dally. Join my Telegram group. Dally free signals. Available on Telegram. Come on, DM. Confirm signals. Available link in bio. Join us for VIP analysis. Guys, listen. If yeah, I'd already blocked them. But guys, if you don't think that that is an indication that what guys that signal services and alert services are scams, holy smoke cakes. Guys, do you notice that no guys? Do you notice that the scammers never try to say, "Hey, man, look, hey, look, like, yeah, you can do this, but like, you got to learn a little bit, and you got to show up to some mentorships, and you need a mentor." Have you ever not noticed that they never say that? Like, they always try to get you to turn your brain off, like as though like they as though like they're selling you something. To where like They're selling you a dream that you can get rich without actually understanding what's going on. They never want to talk about like to where you actually have to put work in. They're always saying signals or alerts or 100% certainty. You need to run away from that. I'm being dead serious. What I would never want to sign up for something that aligns with what the scammers are trying to do. I'm being dead serious. Why would I? I don't care if they're. I don't care like if you happen to find one that you believe is legit and like it's not ran by by people in like Somalia or something like that, like one of those call centers. Like I don't care. Look at this pattern they got going on now. Timestamp 11:38. They still got this weird pattern. They're trying to run it. Hold on, who the hell is that talking? Vice President JD Vance is talking. But the market really doesn't react the same as with Trump. So negligible. I'm looking at them talk now at a conference. They might green about they shoot this. Scammers trying to get you to sign up for an alert service where you can actually learn this market, not learn this market, and just open up a business and the money just appear in the account. Can you believe it? They about to run this LR pattern. I'm trying to tell you. You did not belong in this. They about to dump this. Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah, my dad sent me a message this morning. And my dad sent me a message this morning. I promise you. And my dad was like, I promise. My dad sent me a message this morning, and my dad was like, "Hey, was this you?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Not a bad idea. Yeah, yeah, guys. If y'all see some weird guys, they're creating dozens of accounts like this. And my dad messaged me. My dad was being funny. He said, "Is this you messaging me?" I was like, "This dude named NG Insider messaged my father." My dad doesn't even have TikTok for real. My dad was like, "You a beginner? This is my father now." my dad was like, my dad was like, the message below that says, my dad goes, uh, he asked me for money. Mm, I wonder. I said, he's a scammer. They be creating fake accounts in my name. So yeah, I would never ask you for no money. I, I, honestly speaking, I'm gonna scare you away because I'm gonna say, hey, you gotta read a little bit, just a little bit. You gotta be willing to study and show up. The mentorships are free, but you gotta learn a little bit. That scares more people away than not. Believe it or not, you'd be surprised. Why? Why? Yeah, yeah, bro. Because people don't like work. Because people think that they can just become millionaires and not do it and just not do no work. That's why poor people stay poor. The moment that you abandon your scarcity mindset, your life changes. But like you can't abandon it for like a day. Like it needs to become who you are. And the moment you stop trying to weasel your way out of everything, your life will drastically improve. Timestamp. That's how you know you made it when scammers copy you. Yeah, nah, I ain't really made it for real, for real. But what it is like there's like a lot of people watching. Like there's a lot of people making money inside. So like, I promise you, the scammers be watching the live streams. They're watching it. I promise you. Like I've seen them, but like I just don't block them. Yeah, exactly what they're doing. Yeah, yeah, they're recording the videos and downloading them. I sent my dad a message. They're goofing around. They're going sideways right now. I think that they're trying to decide which direction they're getting ready to go in, and I think that direction involves going higher. You need to watch this. If they inverse this, then they're gonna dump this past the zone. This BISI right here has to hold up. They're goofing around now and in no man's land. I know some people are thinking, bro, just press the damn button, man. Jump into the trade. Why would I do that for? I need to wait and I need to see. You get paid to react, not to predict. Predicting is just randomly pressing this button right now and getting stopped out in that direction and being scared when it goes up or down. I'm not scared when I enter into a position. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. You need to be like a praying mantis. Praying mantises don't chase their food. But boy, when they strike, they strike. Have you ever seen a praying mantis hunt before? You need to not be like a lion, not a tiger, not any of those things. You need to be like a praying mantis. It needs to be clear as day, and you need to see your food. And you strike, you take a base hit. A praying mantis gonna leave you alone if you big enough. But if you too small, he's not gonna. And if you're too small, he's not gonna register you. But if you right in that sweet spot, oh man, it's over with. Over with. You're not gonna be able to escape. What is that? Oh, that's just a 3 point. We need to be on alert. Timestamp 11:45. Short button broken. If you short this, best case scenario, to succeed, you have 5 to 8% chance to succeed. If I long this right now, randomly and blindly, I will win 80% of the time. On a base hit at least, at minimum. But I'm not gonna do that in this environment. Not with JD Vance talking and this geopolitical war tension news going amiss. I need to be certain. I want to see them attack. I want to see them attack. Do something. This market is still bearish. This market doesn't even have enough legs to take out this high here. But these are relatively equal highs over here on this SPY. Whoa, look at that. Look at this drawn liquidity over here. This is about as close as you're going to get to perfect double tops on SPX. High of this candle is 60.27. High of this candle is 60.28. It's close. High is 091. They're about to attack this higher, I believe. QQ new low of the day. Really? No, ain't no new LOD. They got this below. This is it. I think that they're about to attack higher. That's what I seriously think in my brain. I'm not even joking. I'm gonna start to scale into this short over here in order to try and take a base hit off of this potentially. Why? Because I'm looking at this higher drawn liquidity over here on this damn SPX, and I think they want to squeeze this higher. That's what I'm thinking in my brain. What's a base hit? 60 ticks out of this is what? Up here into the zone. Yes. I'm gonna start to scale into this long position potentially. Ahead of this 1150 macro. I'm looking at this. But then I'm also looking at this right now. Hold on real quick. But I'm also looking at this trend line right over here. So they might snap this and then hurt people. But I think ultimately speaking that they want to target this right over here. Look at these relatively equal highs over here. This is about as close as you're ever going to get on the SPX as far as a clear drawn liquidity up here above head. This right here is what I think they want to sweep. Right over here is where I think they're trying to go. And it's going to force NQ to go higher. That's what I think in my brain. I'm just looking at simple draws and liquidity. Timestamp 1146. If I would have pressed this button earlier, I actually already would have been out of the trade, to be honest with you. So I'm waiting on another red candle to form for a better entry. Why? Because they got this trend line. They got this weird ass trend line over. They could snap this. I don't want to buy the HOD or the top of this move. I'd rather them do exactly what I was thinking, so that I know the next time I'll take it without hesitation, than for me to chase this up at this top in the top of this range that we've been going back and forth from since 11:15. We're on the same candle as we were at 11:15. We've done nothing but go sideways, and they got this trend line over here, so they might snap this. So I'm on alert. I'll take my chances down here. Cause slightly better entry. This is not the same trade as this for the base hit. It is not. I am right as it stands right now, I am looking at a 3R trade that I am going to take 1R on. You need to be on alert for that. They got this trend line goofing around now. You, you know what to do with those. Look at that. They got this trend line going on now. So I'm unsure about this. If they come down here and tap this, then I want to think they can ready to snap this. Look at that. Now right there is exactly why I didn't take that trade. You need to be paying attention to what I'm doing, not what I'm saying. To what I'm saying and what I'm doing. It's best to be on alert. They're about to snap this now. Where? Where 6552. Oh, is. Oh. You talking about SPX? 6552. Where are you talking about here? Oh, that's small. That's negligible at best. But yes, it's there. But I'm not gonna play that. I like see what I'm saying? So yeah, they came back and they attacked them, they filled it, yeah. That was small. Look at this. Look at these perfect taps of this trend line here. Look at this shit. I'm not gonna loan this. I'm not gonna loan that. Hell no. Well, it is 11:49. I'm not gonna loan that. Fuck no. Not hell no. I am not gonna go one, two, I believe, three, four. Hell no. Fuck no. Fuck no. I can see that shit. I can see this shit. But they're about to launch us off a launching pad though. They're about to green body shoot this. Timestamp 11:49. They might do one shakeout, then I think they're getting ready to squeeze this higher. I think they're gonna do one shakeout and they're about to launch this off of a launching pad. They're about to launch this, bro. They're about to launch this. The only reason why I'm not longing this is because I'm adhering to the dangers of this trend line. They just created a volume balance just now on the cues. Look at that. Close of 58, low of 67. They're about to come back for this. If they come back for this, I'm going to press this buy button when they do. I got to watch this. They're about to launch this. ES is lagging behind. NQ is trying to squeeze higher, but ES is saying, fuck no, I want to go lower. I'm unsure about this. ES does not have the legs that I am anticipating that I'm expecting. Timestamp 11:50. 60 ticks to the upside is where? Mm. They're trying to go higher. I'm a scale into this long on this base hit, and I'm a scale into this long on this base hit, and I'm gonna start to figure this out a little bit later. So like if they dump this, then I'm gonna be willing to add. So like this is a trade that I'm willing to structure. I'm gonna try and take a base hit out of this 1150 macro. They could very well flash bend to this floor and snap this trend line. So this trade right here is a lot more dangerous, like as far as like taking us to the long side. Because why? Because ES is trying to snap this trend line. So I'm looking at this higher drawn liquidity up here on the SPX potentially in order for them to potentially go higher out of this 1150 macro, but I gotta watch this. This trade right here is a lot more dangerous, but like I'm willing to dibble and dabble with this a little bit. So they got this weird ass trend line going on over here. So like we need to be on alert for that. Timestamp 11:51. We need to watch this. Shit. I got a feeling they're getting ready to snap this. Oh my god. But I do think they're getting ready to launch this off of a launching pad. Anything larger than 3 micros is dangerous. You will blow your account if you're trading anything larger than 3 micros. You've been warned. You will blow your account. Yes, absolutely it is. That's they're about to flash bang us to this floor. They're about to flash bang us to this floor, Chris. They're about to dump this. Hmm. Hmm. Oh no. They're about to shoot this. Fuck no. They're about to launch this. They're about to launch this. Mm-mm. 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 They about to release this. They about to shoot this. This is bullish. They about to shoot this. This. If ES decides to launch over here, and if SPX comes here, they about to they about to go. It's 1150 macro. If ES even comes up into the zone, it's gonna get dangerous. They're gonna flash that. Timestamp 1153. We need to watch this. How many ticks is it on this trade to full blown TP? 80 ticks on the base hit. I need them to take out this VWAP and attack this VWAP at 582. Timestamp 1153. 80 ticks on this is how much? $120 on the base hit. I need them to squeeze. Mm. Look at this damn SPX about to squeeze up into the zone, boy. Look at that ES gaining strength. May he help us. Mm. They're now about to start attack. They're now about to reclaim this VWAP. They're about to flash this V. We came up here, flashed it, and pulled back. They're about to reattack this VWAP again and start hunting buy side. This is 1150 macro. You need not be shorting this. This is crazy now. Be on alert. Base hit only. Base hit only. Stop being greedy. I'm gonna target this candle body on this trade. Look at that. Best I go break even. I don't even think they're gonna do that. They're gonna straight take it. Damn, trade done. 80 ticks. Fuck. Holy shit! Look at that candle. Holy shit! You need to not be short that 1150 macro. Bang! Holy shit! They can't. Hey, okay, hey, I give up. Okay, I fucking give up. I am sick of this shit, man. How? No. Okay, that's ridiculous. I'm done. I'm done. There's no way. No. Me from my computer, listening to other people who are on. No. I give up. Who? This is pre-recorded. I have a scarcity mentality. There's no way someone's doing this for $40. No. Every time the money, press the button, the money appear in the account. No. I'm sick of this shit. Who the hell is this dude with this 1150 macro and this jibber jabber? It's best you know the rest. Allen, 32 ticks in a pullback. We'll blow the horn. That's it. I warned you yesterday. You did it again. I'm reporting you for insider trading to Trump. Chris 61588 says. No, that was actually funny. Damn, I should have held. Why didn't you? Did you not believe? Blow the horn, Allen. Great job, Allen. 32 ticks in the pullback. Good job, Allen. Dangerous shit. Now that was dangerous. Guys, 3 micros in a dream, huh? Guys, we just made $150 just now, minimum. $150 just now on 3 micros just now. Well, come on. Like, what we talking about? Look, guys, this is as close as you're going to get to a double top on the SPX. Why would they not do that? Damn, I should have held. Easy 250 from the 1150. Should have held longer, but it's cool. You just made $250, bro. 10 of those is a no. 8 of those days is a max payout, man. What we talking about, Trey? Welcome aboard, brother. Good job. Be okay. Be okay with base hits. I promise you, one small drop fills up the bucket. Was down 800, but up 10 now. Today been tough. Trades wasn't wrong. Just entered early too much. Drawdown. 1150 macro. E. Good job. Way to bounce back, Trey. You're here with us. Damn, I should have. It's okay. Dangerous. Bro, start twerking. Because no, I believe. Thanks, Quantum. Thank you, Quantum. Give me a hug, Quantum. Thank you, sir. That's why he's the God. I hear that. 606 ES double top. Let's be on alert. I had 110 and took 32 more in that pullback. That was insane. Good job. Get a more manly horn, please. A train horn or a gong. The Lord of the Rings horn. Like that, Chris. Summon the orcs, the Uruks from Lord of the Rings. Like that. Bro, start laughing. Sorry. Sorry, I got this little shitty little horn though. Excuse me. Just this is what I got off Amazon. Can't afford the call to arms horn. And then the horn from Lord of the Rings. You need to look it up. One of the greatest sequels of all time. Pro start laughing. Junebug, Padre laugh, LOL. Do you trade options on Robinhood? No, not really. Very rarely will I trade the options, but I see what they're doing right now, though. That's what I do see. How much money am I up today on my cash account? Damn, only up $218. Maybe one more trade. That trade right there was like $120. Base hit, 3 micros in a dream. All you need is like 3 of these a day. What? Nah. Nah, I bought it right here, and I was out at this candle body over here as we were tapping into this inverse 15-minute Sibi. I just wanted to be out to be safe. I just didn't want to risk it in this crazy environment. 100 in this crazy environment, 80 ticks like that is solid to me. That ain't bad of 3 micros. I'll take that. And then on top of that, they ran it so they eclipsed the SPX mark on that high on SPX. So like, I just didn't want to risk it. It just wasn't worth it to me. It's 1150 macro. We did not be shorting that. That's dangerous. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, if you press that short button at 1150 between 1145 and 1150, you have a 5 to 8% chance of succeeding. I told you that. What, did you not believe? Hey, how can we? And QInsider.com. That's how can we. They're squeezing this right now. I have no idea what they're getting ready to do. Now I'm gonna sit here now. I'm gonna wait. Now guess what's coming into play again? Look, you see this? One move money I take. Hee hee. Free money I take. Absolutely, Padre. You see how this is starting to come into play now? Now look. One place sets up the next. You see this? They got this staircase and pattern going on now. They're confusing people. I'm gonna wait. I don't know what they're getting ready to do. They barely snapped this trend line over here on the ES. That's probably why they launched off a launching pad. That was the reason why I held on. Because they somewhat snapped it. Look at this volume balance over here on SPX. Look at this. They might come here for real. They might come here for real next. We need to watch this. I'm gonna move this arrow up. If they squeeze up in a straight line, I'm gonna short this when they pop this high. I gotta watch this. 12 way incoming. Where? Yeah, we're coming up to the Civic cluster, but this high rate over here might be something that they want to pop. Remember what I said? They'll shift the immediate term market structure from bearish to bullish if they pop this high. So if they pop this high, they're probably gonna come up into this zone before even considering. Guys, listen. This is now guys. This is now a time to where I would use the VWAP. So this is the lesson for Mike. Where's Mike at? I don't think Mike's in here today. I don't think Mike's in here today. But this is the lesson about the VWAP. Okay, Mike's here. My guy Mike. There he is. So listen, this is one of the lessons that we went over on Sunday. Everyone needs to pay attention to how close this VWAP is right over here to this high right over here. They're gonna have to pop this high. So like they're gonna come here, right? So then I'm going to go, why would they not want to attack this VWAP? VWAP, however you want to say it. Why would they not push it higher and then flash it and then come into this zone and make this potential zone react here? So that's what I'm thinking of right now. So if they pop this high over here, there is zero reason why I would even remotely consider shorting it. Why? Because I'm going to think they're going to flash this liquidity as well. Then I'll think that they'll decide to potentially go lower. This is when I use the VWAP as a drone. You see that shit? Look. See that? Look. You see this? Look. You see this? You see that? See that? Yep. Yeah, it means they're doing it. Look at it. Look, 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 look. It's crazy. Look at that. Look, bang. See? See that? You see that? That's exactly where I got that from. That's exactly where I got that from verbatim. Do you see that now? Now do you see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? We need to be out. We need to be out. We need to be out. That was a flashbang up here to the upside. Ooh, he called it to a T. Yes, correct. You can be here with us. Quez the goat. Where are you at? We need to be on alert because I need to check my news wire to make sure not anything happened because this market's moving very jittery. They just flashed this VWAP. 2 micros in a dream. Good Lord, Ben says. Oh, my mama, this shit was insane. Absolutely. They just flashed that. We need to be on alert. Hold on, let me turn my news wire up. You need to be on alert. They just flashed that. There's, you need to be on alert. They just flashed that 585 just now on the cues. They might want to attack it again for good measure. You need to be on hyper alert. This market just shipped a bullish in the immediate term whenever they flashed that high just now. Shit, look at that candle. Jesus Christ. Look at that, boy. I ain't a joke. Look at this trend line. They snapped in a straight line. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Wow. Look at that candle. Whew. Ruthless. They attacked this VWAP. Maybe wait for a first presenter would be safe. We need to be on alert. They might not be done. They might want to reattack. It's reacting in this huge busy that it just created. Be on alert. Shit, we just flashed this high over here. That's why they're pulling it back, and we just flashed this VWAP. Like how I told you, you need to be on alert. Mm-mm. Look at this liquidation squeeze here higher. Look at this. 500 ticks to the upside in a straight line in 2 candles. I'm gonna start scaling into a short potentially. I gotta watch this. 1208 coming up. Look at the wicks print before the bodies. This is dangerous, man. Look at that candle. Look at the wicks print before the bodies. This is crazy. They just took out all of this liquidity, all of this liquidity that they engineered in that one swoop just now. I shorted this and I'm gonna start scaling to a short right now and try and get 66 to the downside right now. Maybe target these what's this? Low, maybe target these bottoms over here. Another base hit, I'm gonna try and get 66 to the downside off of maybe try and make $90 again. Just try and take some base hits. Shit, the money appear in the account. Fuck. $100 in 10 seconds. Fuck. The money just appear in the account at this point. Like, you just press the button and the money appear. If you're on TikTok, there's no way in hell you saw that trade. By the time you saw that, the trade was done. Why? Because of the latency delay. It was over. It was over. 100%. Yeah, 100%. I shorted it on green. Great trade. Base hit $100. $100. Oh, shit. 3 micros in a dream, but change. You're like, hey, I could keep going. I promise you, I could trade 20 minis right now, but I'm not doing that. Base hit, I take. I'm up $300 today on 3 micros in a dream. I'm goofing around. Now I got my lunch money. Do you have a mentor? And you know the rest, Jesse. Okay, I'm sick of this. Mm, mm, I'm upset. I'm sick of this shit. There's no way you're doing this, man. This is. Mhm. What the hell? Oh, I long that. That looked like a bull flag. So I bought. That's what the book told me. Bull flag. Market go higher. Image I see. Inverse head and shoulders. My angry neighbor, who's my HOA, who's the head of my HOA. When I see him, $100 trillion in assets is supposed to go upside down. This is ridiculous. I give up. I'm sick of this. I'm gonna follow you. Okay, good. Remember what I said. If I have to stop this instruction and making money like this, I'm going to charge 2,500 to $5,000 a month. But even then, though, why wouldn't you pay that? If I can just, if I can literally try to make 10, 15, 20,000 a month easily, if you're willing to learn, why not? Hmm? Well, why would I want to give up $2,500 to then make 10 or 15, $20,000? Why would I want to do that? Scarcity mentality. Luckily for you, I don't want to be compromised. You get the point, and you know the rest. Bearish, it appears. I short on green. Money appear in the account 10 seconds later. I short at 1207. Trade done at 1207. 60 ticks. Base hit I take. I could do this for 100, 200, 300. Yeah, I could do that. I could. I'm not going to lie. But it okay. It okay. Quick scalp. You scalp $100. Now we up $300 minimum per account, plus the $150 that I took earlier. Let's look at the P&L. Oh shit, I'm goofing around and I'm 2,000 and I'm up $2,000 today. Maybe I should stop. Quick question: are you using TradingView? Yes, I am. That's what you're looking at, David. Base it, I take again. $300 in a dream. Timestamp 12 o'clock, 12:10 rather. 12:08 lunch sweep. I take base it or 12:08 lunch sweep in journal. If they would have squeezed it, I would have added more. But damn, they just took they shit. They take this is a lesson for the students. They take the half size straight to the TP. I mean, why wouldn't I be okay, guys? If you take 1/4 size straight to the TP every single time, would you not be rich? So what's your issue with taking 1/4 size? If you lose on 1/4 size, then guess what? You only lost 1/4 size. As an unprofitable trader, I never understood that. As a highly profitable trader, now I understand that. It allows you more flexibility. So if you're hey bro, well bro, I'm not gonna get rich on no $200. Yes, the fuck you will. Well, hey bro, what if I take it and it just goes straight to the TP and I don't get a chance to add anymore? Did you not just hear what you just said? You would have a 100% win rate. Absolutely. You're not trading the two to you're not trying to get two, three, four, $500 days for the two, three, or four, $500 days per account on one account. You're trying to do that so that you can then structure yourself to then take the base hit. So when you scale up in like a couple months to get 5 or 10 accounts, you taking $300 to $500 a day would mean that you're making $5,000 a day. Doctors and lawyers will then ask you what you're doing for a living. But see, you're not gonna understand that. Y'all not gonna hear me though, and y'all not gonna hear Phantom though. That's what y'all not gonna hear. It's a model that I trade every single day, and when it presents itself, I will take it as such. Just so you know, I told you I was gonna write down in my journal. Did you not write that down? It was 12:08. Hey, well, you didn't show that 12:08. Well, they might kick it off a little bit early, like how they kicked the 11:50 macro off like 3 or 4 minutes early today. You see this? It, it's 11:50 macro, but I saw that they was trying to form this, so I bought it here. and I was out here on said candle. So slightly early. Well, I wanted to be certain, but I bought it here, 1150 macro. It's inside my journal right here. 12:08 lunch sweep. I shorted at 12:07. They dumped it all the way down all the way down and down through to 12:09. It's inside my journal every single day. Are you not paying attention to these models inside it? That's not on the Knowledge Center, by the way. That's only inside Discord. So you need to understand that. So you need to get that through your brain. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Base hit I take. Now, the question is this. The time now is 12 o'clock. I'm up $300 per account, $2,000 today. Doctors and lawyers will then be asking me, hey, bro, what the fuck do you do for a living, sir? This is just off three micros, not even anything crazy. So now my question, so now the question that needs to be asked is this: with everything that Trump has just said this morning, and with this deadline looming above head, do I want to risk giving back $300 today, or should I? I mean, $300 on my live cash account. That is it okay? That's not anything so crazy, but it's some solid lunch money. I mean, come on, it's $300, right? I got a question. I got a question for everybody. This no, this is a serious question. Like you need to so maybe not answer because I already know the answer. If you logged into work today, your normal 9 to 5, story of Shahrazad, that's getting ready to be next. It's been like 2 months since I said this story, so I'm getting ready to give the story right now, Queen D. But you need to understand this before I say the story. This story right here should change your entire trading journey. Why? Because I'm not only going to teach you technical analysis, I'm going to teach you psychology. This is arguably one of the most important parts. Because if your mind isn't right, how do you know which trades to take? So the psychological aspect is very important. Here comes a rant. Absolutely, Chris. So prepare. If you went to work today at 9:30, you remember when I said I'm not going to do anything before 10 o'clock. So like, let's just say you clocked in at 9:30, but you didn't have to do anything really until 10:30. I didn't start looking to trades for trades until like 90 minutes ago on like a serious note. Y'all saw it. So if you clocked into work and you was just goofing around for the first 30 minutes, not even looking at anything, not even looking at your screen, and your boss walked up to you and was like, hey man, what you doing? You doing anything? He was like, nah, I'm just sitting there just chilling, maybe until like 10:30. Maybe I'll start something maybe in like another hour or so. Right? I want you to follow me. And then but you're still getting paid for it. And then you goof around, you type up on the computer, do a few little types or whatever it is, send out a few emails, just use your mind, right? And then your boss looks at you and pays you that same day. You don't even have to wait 2 weeks. He pays you that same day. And then he gives you a check for $2,000. But let's just say, hey, oh, you know what? Let's just, because some of you probably might try and hate and say, hey, no, okay, my cash account, $300. Let's say even $300 for about 90 minutes worth of work. And he says, hey, okay, you have a decision to make. Three decisions. You can take this $300 right now and go on about your business and go out and go hang out with your family, go do something enjoyable for the day. Or you can take this and then maybe I might pay you $300, maybe, but then I might also fire you, as in some people can't draw conclusions, so I'll spell it out for you, as in like you'll blow your account. Or or what he'll say is I will reach into your savings and then the money that I gave you over the last month or two, I'm going to take it all back and you're going to have to pay me to be here for for the next month or two. As in like you have a $10,000 cash account and you lose like $5,000 or $6,000, and it takes you forever to build it back up, right? So that's option number two. And then option number three is um is you you say no, I want to keep working, and then you go up, and and then he hands you extra two or three, four, $500, and then towards the end of the day, you keep on working, and then you overtrade, and then you give it all back, and then you end up working. Best case scenario, you end up working for free, in option number three. Which one would you choose? But before you answer, I need you to look at this market like you were a child, not from the perspective of like what I said earlier, as in if your trading strategy revolves around trend lines, as in if a 5 or 6 year old child can do it, not that, because they're going to attack that, because that's what the book says. So they're going to attack that. What I'm saying is look at it from a child's perspective. Do you remember when you were a kid where like you would pray for like half days? Do you, like does everyone remember that nostalgic feeling when when you were a kid? And like you were just going like half days were better than fully off days almost, because you got to go see your friends. You got to go hang out for like 2 or 3 hours. Yeah. Half days were the best because you got to go see your friends, hang out, be away from the house, and then come home and then still play early. You didn't look at it like that. Do you not remember? Why are we becoming so disconnected from what truly matters? I work construction, so half days are a blessing. Absolutely. So with that being said, I know which one I would choose. I know which one I'm gonna do. But this is getting ready to bleed into the story called the story of Shahrazad. You need to close your eyes and imagine. I haven't said the story in 3 months, so my battery is recharged on this story. But this changed so many lives for the students inside the Discord. So I'm going to repeat it again for because we have a lot of new students inside here. Long ago, there was a king. Long ago, there was a king. Every single day, every single day, now he was the richest king in all the land. So he had this call from whatever woman that he wanted to, hey, monogamy. Nope, that don't exist back then. He had no, so no, you're not gonna be able to do that. So to to the richest go the spoils. So or however the saying goes. So he could do whatever the hell he wants to do. So yeah. Anyway, so don't try and project that onto him. So whether it's right or wrong, I don't give a damn. So so yeah, so a king long ago, he had a lot of concubines and he could choose the best woman that he wanted to be with. But something in particular happened every single time. In the morning, he would send the woman to his headsman and he would have them executed because he just didn't like spending the night with these women. $300 a day over 10 days is $3,000 in a month on the side, 100%. Now imagine if you had that across not even 20, I'm not even talking about 20 accounts. I'm talking about 10 that you can achieve on one payout. If you do one payout, you get 10 accounts for sure. Like one max payout, you can get like 10 accounts, seriously. So imagine if you did that for like 7 or 8 trading days and you took like a max payout. You would literally be making 20 to $25,000 every 8 to 10 days. It would just go. The money would go straight to your account. What do you think that I'm doing? But so that's very important. So in any event, back to the story of it's called Shahrazad. The king, at the end of the night, he would send the woman to his headsman. They would never make it to the morning. This happened over the course of hundreds of times because this happened every single day. And they would have the best of times. And every single woman that walked into the situation said, hey, I am going to be the new queen. I'm going to be the new queen, and I'm the next, and I'm the most beautiful. I'm the most beautiful. So you know what? I'm the most beautiful, and you know what? I'm different. Wink, wink. I'm different. My name is Tom, or hey, my name is Larry. So you know what? I'm different. I can trade these strategies. You know, hey, I'm different. It's me. I can copy off of off hey, I can copy off of Kim Lee, even though he's supposed to be the smartest person in the class who I think. And you know what? He keeps on writing 2 plus 2 equals 847 on his exam, and I'm going to write 847. But because my name is Larry, or my name is Hillary, with some random name, well, you know what? 2 plus 2 is going to equal 847. I'm gonna be right. So in any event, all of these women thought that, and they thought that, right? But none of them ended up making it to the morning, surprisingly. But then comes strolling along, here comes this one woman. She comes up with this great idea. She doesn't change anything any differently. Telling this story still gives me goosebumps. I swear to God. Because I love this story. This is arguably my favorite story of all time. And so I'm paraphrasing the story, but here she comes and she has a great time. And you know, she tells the king a story. They're laughing and joking and they're having a good time. Well, it's winding down to the end of the night. And she's, telling the story about, the prince and, the prince and, because, they didn't have TVs back then. So, they had plays and stuff and characters. So she's telling this story, this long story, and the king is on the edge of his seat. He's, he's seething. He's like, what's next? What's next? Okay, tell me what's going to happen to the dunce. And she looks and she comes up with this lame brain idea. Is this bro talking about Arabian Nights? No, I'm talking about maybe this is about the story of Shahrazad. Shahrazad. And then the idea was she goes, well, my king, if you want to hear the rest of the story, I will have it for you. And I promise you, we will finish the story tomorrow. We will finish it tomorrow, I promise you. I'm not going anywhere. And the king looked at himself, but she obviously didn't know what he was thinking, but he was thinking, he goes, damn, this was a good story. Fuck. Mm. But I normally send them to the headsman. Okay, maybe this one day I'll let her slide. So the headsman comes in and he stops him and he goes, hey, stop. And he goes, but sir, what's going on? He goes, she told a really good story. And so I just want to hear this. So just hear me out, okay? So just to so tomorrow, tomorrow, we'll you know, you can get your share. He goes, okay, tomorrow, sir, my king. Yes, sir. At your command. And then she wakes up the next day and she tells this story again. But instead of it being about the prince, she goes on about, I don't know, about this shining white knight in armor, the shining knight in white armor, and about this amazing story that he has. And then as he's getting ready to overthrow a foreign land or something like that, some unimaginable story from zero to hero, she goes, "But my king, you have to hear the story about 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 what do they call about the Jelts? What's the guy that walks around with the clown hats and with the bells on the top of his head? Yeah, my king, you have to hear the story about the jester. The jester comes in and overthrows the shining white knight armor, and he becomes a knight. But I will tell the story the next day." And the king goes, "Whoa, I was on the edge of my seat. God damn it. Okay, well, all right, tomorrow, that's it. That's all you get." And she goes, "Okay, I won't overstay my welcome. I promise you, I'll tell you tomorrow." He goes, "Okay, don't overstay your welcome, but this is good. Tell me again the next day." And this is where the children's story ends. And the next day turned into the next day. And she miraculously kept on coming up with random lame brain ideas and kept them interested. Day in and day out. Day one turned into day two. And the next day. And the next day. And the next day. Like Mr. Krabs said whenever they switched spots from SpongeBob. And the next day. And day one turned into day two. Day two turned into day four. Day four turned into day eight. Day eight turned into week eight. And she told this story day in and day out nonstop. And something miraculous happened. The entire town was perplexed. Like everyone was like, "Hold on, beautiful women are still around here. What's going on? Like, no one's been sent up there. Is the king okay?" And the king was like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm waiting on the story." And long story short, the children's story ends here. I know what you're probably thinking. She ran out of stories to tell, right? Or hey, no, well, bro, what point are you trying to get at with this, man? There's no way someone can keep telling stories over again. She ran out of stories, didn't she? I'm going to be honest with you. She did run out of stories. She did. So the children's story ends here, unfortunately. She ran out of stories. She did. So, haha, you got me. She did. And I know that you're probably thinking, finally, fuck. She couldn't just keep the story up forever. You're right. She could not. She ran out of stories. But guess what happened? The king said, okay, I know you don't got no more stories. And she said, you know what? You're right, my king. I don't. And the headsman came up and said, my king, she ran out of stories. Are you ready? Gather your belongings. To the head, to the block you go. And the king grabbed him and said, stop. Said, Mr. Headsman, or whatever his name is, however you want to say, stop. Um, I, she's been here for so long, like I can't see myself without her. I mean, she's been here and she's proven her worth to me, and I think that I love her. I mean, like, she's done so much for me. Like, my life has improved. Like, my mentality has changed. I've been having the best times of my life day in and day out. I I don't want to start all over. I don't want her to go back. Uh, uh, um, I, nah, I can't imagine myself doing this with anyone else. Like, oh no. And the headsman said, "Huh?" Everyone in the town gasped. They said, and you want to know what he said to her? He said, "I know that you had to tell those stories day in and day out for like the last year or so, God knows how long, but I love you and I want you to be my queen. Would you want to marry me? I've never done this before, but can we get married? Seriously." Nico sent out this. That's funny, Nico. Yeah, that's funny, Diego. But yeah, he said, "Do you want to be my queen?" And she said, "My king, I would love absolutely nothing more." And then guess what? The children's story ends here because guess what? She's the queen. And you want to know what the funny part about all of this is? That's probably going to trip you out, or some of you probably going to guess what? She can now do whatever the fuck she wants to do. She's the queen now. She calls the shots. So if you start tripping, you're cooked. That's the end of the children's story. And the children's story ends here. Okay, well, how does this how does this relate to anything with my trading journey? If you can't walk away from your screen up 300 to 500, or even some of y'all like up $1,000 and just stack days together, all y'all are trying to get rich today. The reason why you're not rich tomorrow is because you're trying to get rich today. You need to stack consistent days and you need to walk away from that damn screen. It's called the story of Shahrazad. It's one of my favorite lessons. And hopefully it will change your entire mentality. And it revolves around this. I know for a fact that some of y'all that press this button have been up $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 in a day, and maybe in a few minutes sometimes. Full porting, over leveraging. Are you rich yet doing that? Every single person that tried to come in and said that they were getting ready to be the queen and call the shots, they never became the queen. The only person that became the queen was the woman that was just trying to make it to the next day. She was the only person that actually that was even offered the remote opportunity to become the queen. And then she got everything that she wanted in the end. So that's the entire lesson of the children's story. Because when she looked back, she was like, "Oh, whoa! I was just telling a story. I wasn't even trying to become queen. I, I was just trying to survive to the next day. But whoa, how did I end up here?" Hmm. You can use your imagination. So with that being said, that is the story of Shahrazad told in a more palatable way. If you go and read it, it might not be as entertaining. It might not be because it's a medieval time story. But in any event, I think that's what you need to probably exercise. Why? Because every single time we press this button, it's going straight to the TP. You will be able to prolong your success and extrapolate it over the course of almost an infinite amount of time. And then when you do finally take a loss, you'll be like, "Oh well, that's okay. Look what I've done before. I'm the queen. Okay, cool." You will be able to do that. That is how I have gone from September up until like 2 or 3 weeks ago, 6 months straight without taking a serious loss. And then when I do take a serious loss, I only lose $700, which is like two sets of accounts for 350 a piece. Well, because I was copy trading three at the same time. 6 straight months. I mean, $700 is nothing when there's nothing. You can go on my YouTube and you can look at the timestamps and you can see every single trade that I've been in and from when I walked away from the screen. Yeah, I might not make $3,000 or $4,000 per account, but over the course of time, it adds up to the same, if not more. In any event, that's what you need to do in this environment. Made 200, made $300, 280 round up, $300. Still didn't take 1150. Not bad. Not bad. Just especially in this environment. I usually don't do this. Absolutely. Swindle that ass. Absolutely. The first said the kissy face. That's hilarious. After funded, but eval, of course, is 50%, 625 a day. Got the king simping. Absolutely. He got him simping. Yeah. He was standing there like this. He was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing, Diego." He was like, "I don't want you to leave." Like, she left him perplexed. He was looking at this like this, like this, like this is him. He was like, "But I don't want you to leave. We were having such a good time. Please tell me more." And she was like, "But my king, I don't have any more stories. My king, I don't have any more stories." And the I don't have any more stories? Yeah, absolutely. We could make stories again, whatever. You where you were? Story time. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for just saying that because needed to hear that, especially today. Take the winning days. Small wins turn into big games. Appreciate you, Epic Train Grills. Absolutely. One small drop will fill up the bucket. If you just drop a swimming pool on top of a bucket, you might get a few drops in there, but most of it's going to be wasted on the ground. One small drop over the course of time fills up the bucket. They'll be laughing at you for $400 or $500 days, but that doesn't mean that you trade full contract size and you try and get like base hits. However, if they give you the opportunity to scale into your normal size, then do so like how I did yesterday, and then you take $1,000 trade whenever it presents itself. Sure, that doesn't mean you always got to take small size and only take small size. No, but when it starts to get around that zone where you're like, should I trade again? Man, this is a good day. You probably should not. You need to exercise size discipline, of course, and you need to exercise the discipline to learn when to walk away so that you can then live and then do whatever the hell it is that you want to do. If you do the hard part that no one's willing to do, which is use your brain and study and find a mentor and show up and be locked in, and if you do that hard part for 6 to 9 months, just after you understanding is the hard part. If you do that, I promise you, you will be in a better position in order for you to call the shots. Then you can double and dabble and say, man, you know what? I got $100,000 inside this live cash account. Man, I'm up. Man, I'm up $1,500. Man, you know what? I'm gonna add another 3 to 4 minis, and I'm gonna make another $1,500. You can do that because you've paved the way. The bucket's full. So like, who cares if you spill a little bit, spill a few milliliters out? Who cares if a few drops get out? It's already full. You don't have that luxury whenever the bucket's not full. That's the lesson. Sorry, checking my message. In any event, that's very important. They're now goofing around. They're probably going to be goofing around probably for the rest of the day, doing nothing and liquidating people and scaring people out. Remember what I said. You need not be in a trade for sure, damn sure past damn 2:30, 3 o'clock, because it's going to do some unreasonable things. Trump gave them a deadline at 8 o'clock. Market only going to be open for an hour and shit. Most people not trading futures for real. So the real move will bring shit. They're gonna start moving some shit around like right around 2:30, for sure. Like right around that 250 macro. They're not gonna wait for that 350 macro. They're gonna do it like right around 250. But you need to assume that they are. And I'm not gonna be a part of that. I'm about to submit my withdrawal request right now. $300, $300 a day keeps the doctor away. $300 a day keep this 9 to 5 away. Hmm. So yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm copy trading my funded accounts on the side of my cash account. Why? Because I need to make to for me to serve for that at this point. For me personally, I need to make a minimum of $300 to $500 on average at a minimum because that's how much I spend arguably on a daily basis. So this is just covering my basis for the meantime. I do not make that from this Discord or this knowledge or the WAP. That's how much it costs me on average to survive. I'm not doing that by giving you free mentorships. Huh? Man. Yeah, bro, and like, bro, like, I don't even got nothing crazy going on. Like for real, like crazy, crazy. It's just like the cost of like my crib and maybe like going out to eat to go to lunch on like a daily basis. Like that's it. I'm being dead serious. Yeah, that's about right. Because the monthly payment on my crib, like art, like if I divide it up on like a daily basis, it's like $300 a day, and like every now and then, like I might go out to get something to eat. So like that's like $150 just by myself. Let alone if I go with my pops or anybody. So on average, like I'm spending about $500 a day. That is that knowledge center does not cover that. The so like that's why I'm a homebody. Like that's why I got the crib that I got because like I'm okay with chilling inside my crib. But every single time I leave my house, Minimum, it costs me every time I leave let alone my mortgage. Every single time I leave my house, it costs me $150 to $200 every single time. Every single time, bare minimum. I went yesterday and like I grabbed just 2 dozen oysters and I grabbed a kale salad. The kale salad was like 15 or $18, $20, for sure less than $20. The oysters, I wasn't even trying to spend like $40 on like oysters, like $4 or $5 per oyster. Like it was a high end place, but like I went during happy hour. It was between 5 and 6, and so like they had 2 dozen oysters. The price used to be $19, but then they raised them to $24. So 2 dozen oysters cost me $50, and then my salad cost me like $20. That's $70. And then I got some free rolls, and then that came with that, but I only ate one because they're really good, but they're really fatty. They're the best rolls I've ever had. And then so that was free. And then I ordered an octopus that was like $30. So that's $100. And then taxes $110. And then what else did I order? And then and then I ordered a $12 tres leches cake. So my bill came up to like $120. And then I tipped the waitress guy, not anything crazy. I just tipped him 35 like 35 $40. So my bill came to like 160, 170. Then I went on a walk right after. And I didn't eat anything else for the rest of that day because I don't eat for the first time until like 5 o'clock. And I was just by myself. That was $150 just by myself. So like, let alone like if I bring my dad with me, then that's gonna be like, my dad might eat something. That might be like an extra $250. So like that's what I'm saying. Hmm. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. So and, if I and you know, so here's your deal. So like, I know some of y'all might be thinking, well, hey, bro. So like, you must be no, guys. I live modestly because I drive a 2016 Kia Optima now. I mean, like I sold my other cars, but I drive a 2016 Kia Optima, like that I own. I own all of my cars. The only car I don't own that's in my family's name is my dad's car. He owns that car. But like I own my mother's car, I own my sister's car. They're all in my names. And my sister drives a 2019 Hyundai Elantra, and my mom drives a Volkswagen Tiguan. It's pronounced Volkswagen, not Volkswagen. In any event, yeah. So long story short, I drive a 2016 Kia Optima. So I don't got no crazy car payments. I don't. Like I don't got nothing crazy going on. So what this revolves around is this: like if I want to go out on a date, or like if I want to go do something, or like if I want to go anywhere of meaning, I have a personal driver that drives me around, but he's not. But so like bare minimum, like if I want to go on a date, I send out a truck, and then like I drive, and like I hire my driver to like drive me around, and bare minimum that nigga's not going nowhere for no less than damn $100 an hour. So because why? Because I want to go to a nice place and I don't want to drive around my 2016 Kia Optima. But you said $700 for what? To hire a driver? That's how much it costs? Yeah, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, nah, hell no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. My driver, fortunately, he's a limo service driver. He has a high level business. He he lives in my building. He lives on like the third floor of my building. So so like I ordered a black truck and I was like, bro, I just spent like $150 on this service and then like 250 $300 on dinner. And like, bro, like, man, look, I need to save some money. So he was like, yeah, bro, just hit me up. He was like, shit, just holler at me. He was like, shit, I'll charge you like half the amount of money. I was like, okay, cool. So now wherever I go, it costs me like less than $100, but still, that's $100 in order for him to drive there, hang around for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then drive me back to my place. That's like $100. Other than that, I walk everywhere because I live in the city and I just ride my scooter. So like I hardly ever drive at this point in time. The only time I ever drive is when I'm going to the grocery store. Where what? Yeah, 100%. 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, nah. I'm not gonna do that. I'll drive first. I'm not gonna do that. Fuck no, I'm not gonna do that shit. Yeah. So I'm not bragging. I'm just being for real. Like, bro, but I'm not stupid. So I'm not gonna pay I'm not gonna pay no damn $1,000 for no limo service just to say I got it. Hell no. I want to save my money. I'm not stupid. Are you crazy? I'm not gonna do nothing like that. Shit. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. You crazy as hell. Eating octopus? I knew you were Asian. Oh, I love octopus. I am Asian. Hyundai. Driving Hyundai. My sister has one. Rise and shine. That's living, yeah. It's all right. Tres leches. Oh, I love tres leches because I don't like normal cake. So like I don't because my brain is so logical that we're like I know like if I eat the icing, it's going to be very bad for me. So like I don't like to eat things that are immediately where like or like I don't know because like I'll get sick. It's like I like sort of kind of sweet things, but that aren't too sweet. So the condensed milk was just good enough for me. And like it tastes like a cake, but it's not. It's just it's really light. Nice little dessert. It was just like $12. It wasn't nothing too crazy. I'm not doing nothing too crazy. What? So you invest your money in outside of? So what do? You yes, I use a Ramon hedge fund, and the things that I send out inside Discord is right over here. For anyone that's new inside Discord, everything that I send out with a profit target directly with clear instructions is right over here. Microsoft hasn't come through to fruition yet, but everything that I've sent out has come through to fruition. Like how I told you to buy the Netflix at $78, $80, they ran the Netflix to $100. That was one. Then the one before that was the Lulu. The Lulu, I'm sorry. So yeah, I was saying about it. So uh, the Lululemon, I was buying the Lululemon wear. I was buying the Lululemon at like 163, 150, 163. And then the Lululemon shot up to like $230. That was the second one. And then the first one was when I sent out the UNH over here at $237. Every single thing that I sent on the side here, this is where the real wealth is made. I am going to teach you immediate term strategies to then grow your wealth. And like you will probably be rich in the immediate term after you figure this out, yes. But yes, you will. But what's going to bridge the gap and that's going to be even make you even want to take more base hits after you make a specific amount of money is that whenever you funnel this money over here to Charles Schwab, you come over here to this free channel and to this free stock swinger channel, and when I send out these buy alerts, like when I say buy the alert, like when I say buy over here, and when I'm buying more of this, buying more of this Lulu over here, and I'm instructing like this, and I'm saying buy this shit at 160 like this, and they shoot this shit up to 220, and this shit goes up 25 to 30%, you will then make 20 to 30% off of whatever sector it is that your portfolio is in. So you can do the math. If you've been working for 15, 20 years and you got a 100,000 portfolio, guys, I'm probably going to send out like 5 or 6 of these minimum per year for minimum 15 to 25% clip. If you have $100,000 portfolio, or let's say you got 200,000, you want to put $100,000 into one of these plays, at a minimum, you will be making 6 figures off of swinging this shit. And it's long only. I am an excellent stock picker. I do it for free. Why would I charge for something that I'm clearly doing with my own money? And I send out the receipts inside here, and I let you know when the fuck I get out. So you can make that decision if you want to. It's the same thing with my trading. You can sit here and watch me for free. It's not going to change anything. But you wanting to learn is up to you. I don't give a damn what you do. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to sell you on a $40 course, bro, and free mentorships. Stay away. If you're debating that and going, he he might have a good point. Sell me a little bit more, and then I'll consider joining. Fuck no. Stay away. Stay out. I don't want you in here. Like I'm being dead serious. Stay away. Perfect. We can keep it to ourselves, and we'll hog all the money to ourselves. That's up to you. So this right here is where the real wealth is made. Ask my boy Diego what he's doing. Ask him. He handicapped and he took his mother's portfolio hostage, and he's buying these plays off his mother's portfolio. He's just giving his mother like three, four, $5,000 clips. I swear to God, just randomly, just taking. But he's taking basis 8, 10%, just giving her free money. She's like, what the hell is going on? She has no idea what the hell he's doing on a daily basis. One of my best friends, he's in here, just randomly doing it with his mother's IRA and retirement account. Just money just appearing in her account. She's like, what the fuck? And he's doing it with his money too. It's free when you're in here, but I need to keep the scammers out so it's not free to join. Why would I do this for free? The fact that poor people, or as a matter of fact, I think rich people came up with the idea and poor people ran with it. The fact that the fact that millionaires are supposed to get you rich and to do shit like this for you just for the free ski, and you can get rich and just run off on the plug is absolutely fucking remarkable. Who the fuck told you that? Just, just, just they just get to spend all their time and waste all their energy on you, and maybe just maybe you as the poor person that has not done anything monumental gets maybe if you get a wild hair up your ass, maybe just maybe he'll be rewarded with you somewhat deciding to be maybe somewhat serious in that endeavor. Have you fucking lost your mind? That's fucking remarkable. Like when I explain like that, if you don't think that's absolute lunacy, it's the most insane thing I heard. Well, that guy must not really be rich. If he's charging some, he should do it for free. I'll do it for free if you in here. I'm not gonna charge you nothing more. But I'm not gonna make this for shit for free. Whenever I make it for free, none of my friends join. They don't pay attention. I promise you, I've sent this out to numerous friends for free especially when I first started. I'd be like, hey man, come over here and join. They don't respect that shit. They be like, well, I get to it when I get to it. And I'm sitting over here trying to convince them, fuck no. I don't need to convince you at this point. That's not my job. The truth sells itself. So in any event, timestamp 1250. Personal driver's credit. Nah, it's not crazy. That's not crazy. I mean, surely, like, look at that. They popped this high. I'm tempted to short this shit right now. I've been waiting. I'm seriously tempted to maybe take another base hit off this. I might do this again just after they just popped this high just now. That's absolutely insane. I'm gonna take another base hit, 60 ticks. I'm gonna short this right now, and I'm gonna start to scale into the short over or whatever, and I'm gonna and I'm gonna try and take a base hit on 66 after we just popped this high. Then I'll seriously walk away. How's that? They just popped this high over here. I'm willing to scale into this a little bit more. This is the story of Shahrazad, though. Honestly speaking, I should be walking away, but I saw this, so I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna see what they're getting ready to do. Hmm. This is a little bit dangerous, though. Shorting these highs. This is dangerous. What they got going on here with this? Look at this trend line they got going on here with this shit. Look at this bullshit they got. What is that? There's a volume balance they're gonna come up here over here and reattack. That they just came back and displaced from. Yeah, good trade for a base hit. Close of 70. Low of 75. There's a 5 point volume balance right over here that they might want to consider reattacking. Look at this market. Look at this ridiculousness. Mm. Honestly speaking, I seriously should call this a day. Mm. Shouldn't I? Not be greedy. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. I'm scheming on an exit plan. Hmm. Hmm. ES is going to try and target this high right over here. This high right over here is what ES is trying to pop. I'm scheming on an exit plan to get out of this trade. That's what I'm scheming on. Hmm. This is not a good trade. Best to be on alert in this environment. They got this trend line that they got this trend line though that they're goofing around with. Look at that trend line they're goofing around with over here in the zone. Best to be on alert. Be scheming on an exit plan potentially. $90. You said what? They're about to squeeze us. Yeah, for sure. Mm, mm. They gave me multiple opportunities to get out of break even. They did. ES is getting ready to try and pop this high right over here. This right here is what ES is trying to target. ES is trying to squeeze past this zone to try and target this high. This right here is what ES is trying to do. So me God. So they're gonna flip this bullish and they're going to pop this data wick high from this news release. This will send SPY past this high right over here too that they're trying to do. So what? I think so too. That's the only reason why I'm holding on to this trade. But I think the ES wants to pop this high first. This right here is where I think that they're trying to target, ultimately speaking. I'm gonna watch this. But so like if they drop it, then they drop it. If they don't, then I'm gonna add on to the trade and I'm gonna get the fuck out of Dodge. So I'm watching this high right over here. I've been watching this market this entire time while I've been talking. So I'm watching this high right over here. So and on top of that, it aligns with this damn trend line that they've been goofing around with over here since 12:10 timestamp 12:53. We need to watch this. Tap into this 15-minute sippy here as well. We need to watch this. Be on alert. ES is monkeying around with this high right over here. They're trying to come here to the zone to pop this. Mm. Timestamp 12:54. I got an hour in order to submit this withdrawal request before I can no longer do it. I'm down $70. Shit, look at them T's this high. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to add anything more than 3 micros onto this trade. Let me see something. You told that entire story in order to do this again, didn't you? Man, but look at this trade here, huh? And we got a tap at 585.90 on SPX. Where? I found it. What's that? Jesus Christ. Look at the price of that. Hmm. Look at this market. Look at that bleed out. Jesus Christ. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it and I'm going to call it a day. And why? And I'm going to submit my withdrawal request. I'm going to cut it and I only made $30 on that trade. It still went straight to the damn TP. And guess what? I'm not going to be greedy. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take my little. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to exercise what I said. So yes, I could have held here. I shorted it here, and I was trying to get 60 ticks to the downside, which was here into the yes, I could have. But you know what? And then on top of that, I cut it because of this volume balance that was just created. 24, high of 14. This is a 10-point volume balance up here above head. So this one right over here is stronger. So I cut it, and you know what? I cut it at like 30 or 40 ticks or so. I would just call it a day. I'm going to enjoy my, I'm going to go enjoy my day. Good trade again. Tomorrow's a new day, guys. Tomorrow's a new day. Absolutely. And I'm going to just call it like that. Absolutely. I appreciate that, man. Guys, listen. Remember, Story of Shahrazad. Guys, we are trading live every single day at 10 o'clock in the morning from TikTok and from YouTube. Every trade goes straight to the TP, even the ones that I cut early. Because why would I want to be greedy for? I'm up $330 today. Why would I want to be greedy for? After commissions, all the commissions I pay, I'm up maybe like $400 today. Got to factor that in too. Look at trade. Look, trade went straight to the TP. Never even went higher. The only reason why I cut that was because why would I want to risk this for? You need to be more concerned about keeping the money that you have, not by trying to make money. If you are even perplexed in regards to, guys, if you press that button and that shit start going against you, that's not you. You are the problem. They took out the target that I was trying to target, which was this volume balance right over here. This one right here. That's why I shorted it. When I saw it, I saw this volume balance and I set that alert there. If you press that button and if this market start going against you, you're the problem. It's giving you feedback. You're just not listening. Why is that whenever I press the button, the money appear in the account? I'm being dead serious. Why? You just start using your brain and asking the question of why. It's because what you're doing is immediately contradictory to what the market's doing. That weird strategy that you're learning or that you think that you know is exactly what the market is targeting. If a 6 or 7 year old toddler can do it by drawing support and resistance lines, what the fuck makes you think that you're going to become a millionaire off that? I'm being dead serious. So with that being said, NQinsider.com, I will never ask you for any money. Please stay away from the scammers. They're going to create accounts. They're going to try and sell you on an alert service that I might even trade for you. Why would I do that for? Like, stop it. You use your brain. Stay away from the scammers. We go live every single day at 10 o'clock. 100% win rate today, again today. Not every day is going to be like this, but yesterday was too. But my God, how beautiful it is to be on this side. In any event, screw everything that we were talking about. Screw it, seriously. All those aside, screw it. Like, seriously, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, sometimes you only need one person to believe in you. I will be that person. And I believe in you. They're going to snap this. 1, 2, I believe. I believe in you. And I know for a fact that you can do this. I know you can. I promise you, if you're willing to learn, we're going to fight for you every single day. If you got $40 per month, not a day, per month. So we'll be live tomorrow at 10 o'clock, live from Discord at 9, 10 a.m. I'm going to go over the pre-market trading plan that hit 100% again today. And so that we can walk you through things so you can understand what not to do and formulate some things on what to do. That Knowledge Center is $11 per month and Discord is $20 per month. You cannot have Discord without the Knowledge Center. In any event, I'm going to walk away. I believe in you, and you may not hear this from your mother, your brother, your sister, your husband, your wife, whoever. They may underappreciate you. I won't. I appreciate you for wanting to believe in yourself because I believe in you. That's all that we ask. So with that being said, I believe in you. And yes, I love you. And I don't care what you got going on. I believe in you and I love you. And tomorrow's a new day and we will achieve whatever it is that we set out to achieve. But it requires a little bit of work and showing up. You need to be showing up to the mentorships. It's free. What's your excuse? Oh, let me guess. It's too good to be true? Yeah, I remember that. I remember when they used to infect the minds of the poor. When I was poor, they made me think that everything was too good to be true. That's why I never got rich. I remember that mentality that they infested upon me. And I remember that when an opportunity came by that was really good, I I would then reverse my thinking and I would go, well, 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 I'll just wait for the next one because that one right there seems really, like man, that opportunity seems really good, but man, that might just be a little bit too expensive. So you know what? I'll wait. And like I never took advantage of opportunities. I remember that. In any event, I believe in you. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. This market, this market, it rewards hard work in the beginning, but hard work and perseverance are not related when it comes to this. The same exact way that you make $300, the same exact way you're gonna make 30,000. Same exact way. There is no difference. The only difference is can you stay consistent longer than your own impatience in order for you to get to the point to where you can do that. It's the same exact way. There's no difference. So I believe in you. Okay. And I love you guys. We'll talk soon. All right, buddy. All right, guys, we'll be live trading inside the Asia, inside the gold trading floor today, maybe at 7:30, 8 o'clock, with maybe Murdoch and them. I might hop inside there, but it's not going to be on TikTok. It's going to be on YouTube. Live tomorrow. Yo, this is me. What's up, P? Live tomorrow. What's up, P? Live tomorrow. Oh, this is Key. What's up, bro? Yo, this is Key. What's up? What's up, Key? Key from where? Let me see the profile for you. What's up, Key? From Discord. I texted you the other day. Oh, okay, yeah. What'd you say? What was it? Remind me what you said. In any event, we'll be live tomorrow. My fifth funded and stuff. Oh yeah, congratulations, brother. Great job, man. I'm so proud of you, brother. So proud of you, man. Congratulations, brother. This is just the beginning. So we'll be here trading live inside Discord, brother. At what time? About 8:30. I mean 7:30, 8 o'clock. And brother, so man, I'm so proud of you, bro. So proud of you, man. Like, let's just keep stacking days, taking base hits. I promise you, brother. You're going, man. I promise you, you're gonna get there and you're gonna stack that bread. But you need to be smart. You need to be smart when that money hits your account. I say this just to be funny, but we don't need to be throwing that bread aside, doing something foolish, and then like you go to the strip club and you start making it rain hundreds like you Drake or Future. Yeah, we laugh just for being funny, but nah, for real, anything along those lines, and you blow $3,000 or $4,000 on that payout, from the payout, and then you make a mistake on your account. Now you don't got no money to level up your account to fund your journey. Gotta stay focused. Appreciate you, fam. The Discord has helped me understand way more. You're honestly a blessing. Thank you, Key. I appreciate that. I mean, that's why I do that, bro. I appreciate that, man. Nah, I'm saving. Need a car. Stay locked in and stay focused. I promise you, you're gonna get that. But you need to take base hits. You need to continue doing what you were doing before to make money, and don't quit that job because you're seeing some promise. You need to be combining that with this. And brother, the sky's the limit. I promise you, so many doors are gonna open. But man, we're glad to have you here, bro. I'm being dead serious. Can I ask you a question on why my Fidelity chart isn't like yours? It doesn't update as fast. Well, I'm trading on TradingView, two completely different sources. And then also, I'm unsure if you're paying for live market data. I'm unsure. So I don't know what you're looking at and what you're not looking at. So this is TradingView. It updates literally by the millisecond. So this is TradingView. I don't got no jobs. I'm in college playing football. This is my only income I'd have. No NIL. Oh man, that's crazy. Well, well, for sure, continue to take base hits, and we need to be smarter. We need to scale that up. Okay. Well, brother, stay locked in and stay focused. Honestly speaking, I know you might not want to hear this, but I was doing the same thing when I was in school. But you need to keep football, even though you don't have no NIL, you need to keep football your sports the number one thing. Keep that, and then just continue to learn on the side. And like we need to put money inside the account and stack days, and it'll make your football journey just a little bit easier. But you need to be smart. You know what I'm saying? You don't got a two, three, $400,000 NIL deal, but you can still even the odds a little bit. This is basically what I had to do when I was in school. Because when I was at University of Pittsburgh, I was playing the ACC, and now I spoke to the guy who runs the NIL. He was like, he asked me, and he was like, "E, how much money do you think that you'll be making if you were 5 years younger?" I was like, I filed for that settlement, maybe like $60,000, $70,000 they're gonna give me. So maybe like 100,000. He laughed at me and he joked. He literally laughed, and he was like, "No." He was like, "For starting in the ACC, for a starting big man, the asking price comes up to minimum 850, 900,000, and that gets paid, that's due every 6 months." And I was like, he was like, "Bro, you be making like $1 million a year." I was like, I had to work this hard in order to get to this point. Are you serious? It's fucking remarkable. So with that being said, I started to do the stock trading shit, and you know, with my scholarship, I was only getting like $4,500 a month, but I made it work through this trading stuff. So that's what you're gonna have to do. So it ain't no thing. I said it all to say because I'm not getting none of that money now. But you just stay focused and do what you got to do. Correct. Correct. Thank God you said that. Continue. Continue. Mm mm mm. Mm mm mm. Yes, it's gonna be crazy. You need to chill out. You need to wait, guys. He says, MXL says, "Where's the YouTube link?" I'm assuming he's asking for the YouTube link for the film review channels and for all of the studying. It's right on over here. So the YouTube link to all of the classes, only Discord can access these classes. They're over here, and you can click and you can see the topics that were discussed. So if these topics are something that you're struggling with, you can go back and you can watch these. This is true mentorship. And then if you have a question, I will then direct you, or I will cover that in a mentorship class. Alrighty? Absolutely. Absolutely. Exactly. So, guys, today was a great day. Again, I love you and I believe in you. We'll be live tomorrow at 10 o'clock on TikTok, 9, 10 a.m. from Discord. Uh, they'll be trading live in here at 8 o'clock, but they're probably not going to take any trades until something gets resolved because this market's going to be doing some weird shit. They got this weird pattern going on with this trend line. I believe in you and I love you. We're going to end the live stream now. Talk soon. Another good day. Be safe. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. All right, fam. We'll catch you later. Guys, it's just 1 o'clock, so I'm not going to end it. I'm just going to disconnect. So I'm going to personally disconnect from Discord. Y'all can stay and y'all can talk if y'all want to. Murdoch can share a screen if he wants to, or anybody can share their screen if they want to. Diego, anybody. But I'm just personally going to disconnect and I'm going to walk away from the screen because every single trade went straight to the TP. Why would I want anything more? I need to exercise patience. I need to exercise restraint. Knowing what not to do was far more important than knowing what to do. Another great day today, guys. Proud of y'all. Proud of everybody. We'll blow the horn for everybody. Great job. Great job, guys. Great job. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The manly horn. The manly horn. Hey, put that baby horn down. Sorry. Mm-hmm. More manly. Alrighty. Peace and love. All right, Horace. Yeah, right, exactly. The conch. Magic conch. Magic conch, can I have something to eat? No. Can I have something to eat? No. Can I have something to eat? No. Can I have something to eat? Try asking again later. What is that dude talking about? If you don't know what that is, you did not have a serious childhood. No. I grew up on that SpongeBob. If you don't know what that is, go to YouTube and type in Magic Conch SpongeBob. Can I have something to eat? Try asking again later. Can I have something to eat? No. That episode was hilarious. Yeah, it's like little magic conch from SpongeBob. All right, I'm going. I love y'all. Be safe.